mechanic. So what I want to do is a quite simple little test. I'm also setting in my Discord if you guys want to come chat with me. The Call of Duty Discord is linked down below. I am setting an S&D 1 right now, but I am gonna, however, take a little bit of time because I kind of want to spectate my team. And when I say that, like, I don't have anyone here. I'm talking about the random players I'm getting on my team because I'll go from having a team that somewhat knows about what they're doing to other times I get teams where it just seems like they just are brain dead. And I'm not saying that to be mean to any individual player because let's be honest, SBMM should actually be skill based as well. If we're going to talk about skill based matchmaking, meaning I should not be a good player thrown in with a team of noobs having to help them learn the game, nor ruining my experience as a player. Because when I'm going in S&D, I want to be a little competitive. You know, it's a competitive game mode, so I want to be able to like be a little competitive. But that's kind of hard to do whenever your whole team just gets knocked off the board, or B, they just don't hold the proper angles or go to the proper places of the map to have map control. So with that being said, it's kind of obvious on some of the matches you get into, like the one I just got out of, where literally I have two teammates, at least two, that I'm aware of that constantly just camped the spawn. Literally, they'd spawn in, jump in the back of the truck. The other dude would go in the house to the right of spawn and literally just chill there. Or they would spawn in on the other side when we're the one having to defend said bomb, and they would go in the house to the left and literally camp the top loft window or down in the bottom section of that garage, and they don't actually go to any sight lanes in order to get a line of sight on a lane to be able to stop any rotations throughout it. There's none of that going on a good portion of my team. And sorry for any future teams I run into, starting now till whenever we choose to end this stream. Well, actually, I won't say till we choose to end the stream, till we choose to end doing the whole like spectating bit, and we'll do a live stream of me actually just going in and playing. But I kind of want to grab me a Impact or Sam's Text or something, so that way I can just kind of like, delete myself at spawn and watch some of my teammates. And the reason I'm saying this is, again, I really want to study the SBMM lobbies I'm getting into and stuff. And that's mainly because, again, like, I'm throwing in way unbalanced teams. As in, it'll be me with a team of noobs versus people of all my skill level. Or it'll be me getting placed in a higher team bracket than what I should be, as in people that actually are better than me. I get placed into their games, and then also get placed into games I feel like how it should feel. Alongside of yesterday, I ran in. I didn't do any live stream yesterday, guys, because I already felt the game was being kind of really stupid. And when I say this, I would try to run around with a sniper, and it was S&D, but it was core instead of hardcore. But literally, I would slide cancel past somebody's screen, breaking it, and my barrel would be literally touching their chest. Legit, intersecting their chest, if not partially in it, like I stabbed them. And then I would squeeze the trigger to shoot, and it would go, miss. And I was like, excuse me? So I was like, okay, maybe it's just that server, that one lobby. No, no, no. Literally the game directly after that. Not in the same game. The one directly after, okay, which is now 2 games in a row of constant BSery. I did this again. I slide canceled out, was literally, I wouldn't say my barrel this time was in like going inside of them, but it was enough where there's maybe only a 1-inch gap between the barrel and them, meaning there's no like bullet stopping and having to scoot to the right to go past them. It was literally, it'd go through them no matter what. And then the game would go, miss. And I was like, okay, this is, I'm I'm not doing a video for that day, right? After having this happen. And again, it was 2 separate games, 2 separate instances, and happened. which means if it's happening to me, it's definitely happening to other people, and yada yada so forth, right? This game is actually garbage. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. BO6 is garbage, but we are playing it, and that's mainly because right now you can see what I'm on. It's not just going through here like this would be with my mouse stopped there. I'm using my keyboard to do this, but it's not doing that. I'm having to use a mouse and key because I gotta wait till I can get my controller. So there's very little games I actually can play at the moment on PS5 because, you know, instead of PS5 and Sony coming out with the way to make sure every game is compatible to a mouse and key, for instances of you have one, you just haven't picked the controller up, or you're waiting for a payday to go pick a controller up. But instances of even some games that are mouse and key compatible, when you directly get into them, like Warframe, the start menu where you have to press X to continue, or the main launch menu, is not compatible. Only the game itself is. And they need to add some more compatibility with that. Especially for right now, I have to play mouse and keys. So right now, literally the only, let's see, I can play Call of Duty, I can play Minecraft, I can play, well, I can't play Warframe because it's not directly compatible. Only after you get past the press X is it compatible. And then I can play DayZ, right? Literally, only games right now I can play on my console. Out of like 50 games, that's the only 3 I'm able to play. So, yeah, they need to fix that. But let's go in and take a quick look, because I do want to gander off, and sadly, like, I'm going to have to use grenades if I'm going to go here, so that's why I'm going into hardcore, and then clicking find a match. But, oh, McClune joined me. Brother, I'm trying to do a stream, brother. I told you this. Hold on, let me do something right quick, guys. Let me go to Facebook, text him, and let him know I'll link up with him after stream. At team stream. There we go. Okay, good. Good to know that he backed out. All right, find a match. Now we can go find a match. Now that I'm solo again. I do have crossplay on, which also means I am going to run into cheaters. It's inevitable because, you know, PC people, well, just don't know how to control themselves, let's be honest, because they literally get tempted to the light of easy cheating, and they're like, let's cheat, compared to, yes, there's console players who have to cheat, but on top of money, it's also not easy, because one, you have to have a computer, because in order to actually use the cheat, you have to have the thing run through the computer screen, so your screen can actually track colors to be able to aimbot onto someone and stuff like that, so it does require a computer. So on top of that, it's not the easiest. As a PC, you literally get it. It's right there on you, and anyone can just dunk to players, or even be like tracking players through a wall like that. Yeah, console doesn't get that very easily. But again, we are going to do this and spectate. Please don't run near me. Please don't run near me. I almost actually killed an enemy with that. Just trying to kill myself. Almost forgot about the spectate part. But let's be honest, like, okay, this guy's covering bomb. At least he's on an objective, right? So we'll get off of him. I actually can't leave him because he's last alive. The other dude died as soon as I went to switch. But again, I'm just showing you, like, the team I will usually get, chickens with their head cut off, man. Okay? The dude was up top near the thing watching that midsection, so people coming out from that middle should be dying to him, and instead, he's looking at me or looking elsewhere, so the enemy actually could come from there too, come up the escalator, shoot me in the back when I was actually going to kill myself. Right in the game. Second, you'll have people that'll probably just like run up and like lay right here in the spawn, or go in a stairwell, or won't go that far, and you know, do that type of thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this right quick. Sorry, team, but I'm doing a spectating video, so I'm gonna have to kind of like reduce the team down. So what's left? So right here, this dude's not bad, but I don't know about that reach out, bro. You also seen he's above, up a little higher, and yeah, he's cooked. All right, moving on. This dude's up here. Not a bad spot to be, but you don't want to be laying down and all the way forward. You want to actually be standing and giving like a head glitch effect to that and being able to see more of the map. Okay, so we rotated over here. We're the ones who have to plant, so holding this angle would be good if bomb was planted out in the open near the truck and using windows good, but whenever the enemy can come up behind you, you don't want to be holding that angle. You want the angles to watch where the enemy's going to be coming from, not out towards their spawn, because they're already mid-map or closer. I like it, but you were sliding all the way through constantly. You didn't like cancel it and start a slide again to come out quick. So yeah, I'm dying mainly because I am doing a spectating, but right there you can see how far he slid out compared to sliding out a portion to be able to make sure he has the aim where he can ADS and have the full control of that section of the map before slide canceling elsewhere, right? This is the lobbies I'm thrown into, and it's actually quite sad because I'm a player who wants to get in here and kind of be able to do stuff like this guy there. But like that's just a little show. And then right here, the best thing to do is watch this. But I'm gonna go ahead and just like do this so I can spectate again, right? Get them to be more aware is what's going on, and you can see the two different, you know, play styles. You can see my slide cancels, you know, for the faster movement on top of like breaking camera angles, and you know, a good sense of movement compared to the best way I can say this here. I know I keep pushing a little bit of hate out to this dude. He kind of really deserves it, let's be honest. And there is a bomb right there you see. Okay, hopefully you actually did see that and you were paying attention. Looks like it a little bit, but also, like, where are we going? Yikes, brother. Yikes, all I have to say there. And it's obvious, like, the enemy team knows a little bit about what they're doing. Yes, I'm kind of throwing this team off a little bit. Again, I am sorry, team. But notice, we have a guy watching window down to bomb, a dude here watching forward into these areas into bomb, and even coming out of our spawn and holding angles, something my team is failing to do. They are highly failing to do that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, my team is always the team that does not know what the f they're doing when I get thrown into these lobbies. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and run this way. Oh, you're following me. I need to... Don't follow. There we go. Killing myself. Good, good, good. Let's spectate. You're using the elevator instead of just taking the stairs, which would have been a hell of a lot fucking faster, because you can easily just go through the back stairs, head up, get in the window immediate. You don't need to do this. So, on top of lack of map knowledge, let's move on. Alright, we are holding an okay angle here, but by now, if you haven't seen anyone, they're actually going to be rotating the stairwell. We're already through our spawn through the bottom of garage. You need to turn your angle around, buddy. You can see our teammates over there. Nobody's pushed this direction. They're behind you. And I know we can't hear me, and that's the whole point of this. I'm also in a Discord thing, but you guys get the idea. Like, I'm calling out directly here in real time to you guys what's going on with this. So we did shut the door. That's kind of okay, but we're the ones who need to plant. So, and that being a thing, we are right now not really doing much to go pick the bomb up, to go plant it. Okay, he did do that. There could have been another dude there, and he didn't actually check it to make sure, so he could have actually been dead, because as soon as he shot the first dude, the other dude could have been pre-firing. But we'll get off of that note for a second. Okay, we are utilizing this for moving around here. We didn't check the window behind us. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. GG. But, again, they didn't check the window behind them, so they... I think either A, the team toggled, or B, they just got really lucky. And in this case, I'm going to say it's B, they just got really lucky. But I do have to guess that, like, they didn't look in the window behind them before pushing this. Because realistically, they've been slapping our team and constantly moving. So, being with that said, they could have been in that window looking out to make sure we aren't rotating that area at that moment in time. Alright, we are going to go ahead and pretend like we're playing for a second. Alright, good. They are running that way, and I went this way. We're just gonna quickly blow myself up here. Again, doing this, yes, could lower my KD and put me in lower lobbies, and if it does, I'll just go off in the lower lobbies to make sure I get reevaluated and re-put back into my proper area, and then I'll scratch that KD off, right? Like, it'll show up in game, but I'll scratch it off myself. Alright, so we planted, we done this. Okay, we're in a okay spot, but we did look away from the bomb for an ample amount of time. When I say ample, I mean like either bomb has been defused amount of time. So, yeah, kind of oof, and then going all the way out back to rotate all the way up top, and yes, you're moving good, but also not good if you think about it. And the reason I'm saying this is because, yes, you're going to get pushed like that, but also, if you shoot and you're only moving to go 1 floor up, you're still in the same area. So if you shoot someone and you want to move, you change location. You don't just go a floor up or a floor down. Right? And second hand, you got yourself stuck in the worst scenario because he went under. So if they died there, knowing if so, hi bud, I'm just going to go ahead and finish myself off. Quickly get into a spectation of someone here. And the team is somewhat moving right now, which is okay. Okay, we're not looking to the right. We're going to walk all the way out to the head glitch above, or anyone running down. If they're on both spots, you're not killing both. Alright, so we're going to climb up the ladder. Use your pistol here. Good, good. We decide to shoot when the dude runs into the area and not as we originally see him. Because one, you took too much time to aim onto the dude without shooting. That he got away. And second, taking that time gave him the time to get away. This game's all about reaction time, brother. If you're trying to aim and then shoot in this game, you're inevitably going to die. And then second, if you don't have a headset or any awareness to check behind you occasionally, you're dead 90% of the time. So, on an ample amount of time that's passed through the game, it's better to check. So, for instance, let's say we've been running around for a minute. Give a quick little glance back. You know, like when you're moving around, just kind of glance back and, you know, do like this. So you're kind of doing this, glance back, over, you know, moving through, being like, all right, maybe someone behind us, maybe, glance back. You know, continuously get into that sight because you don't want to just be running every little place to the point of dying. Oh, this guy here. Good, I'm dead. And my aim was ass, not gonna lie. That was actually on my fault. I actually should have aimed more to the right. But, again, I am kind of just trying to die. You shot my body, dumb fuck. Jesus Christ, teammate. They're gonna be near the bomb, because if they shoot me, and they're going into the bomb room, they're not gonna drop down behind the door immediately. They're gonna go to the bomb. Or they're gonna still be up here. And then the next thing, like, I can go over and tell you guys about verbally, because we haven't seen it in this match go on yet, at least not through our eyes on this match, is going to be the slower reactors, or the people who want to go for that knife takedown. But in reality, that's actually the worst case scenario, because we literally witnessed it yesterday. Like, literally, I was playing in a lobby of, like, there's 3 of us with 2 randoms. The 2 randoms tried, flashing me and team killing me, I guess, because they thought I was cheating or something. But the random seen an enemy posted up in a window. They had plant down on, I think it's A-bomb? could be B, but I'm gonna say A. For the thing. So they got an A plant. They had a dude up in the window, and then I guess I random somewhere out around A where he just planted. My teammate climbed up on the outside near the windowsill, seen the enemy that was standing in the windowsill, like not behind it, standing up and looking over it. No, he literally climbed in the very middle of it and was looking in. Decided, I'm going to pull out, no knife, no nothing, but he tried to walk up and melee, which out of the corner of the dude's eye, caught a glimpse of, I guess, a weapon or a piece of clothing or something, turned around and shot our teammate, instead of the teammate just shooting him, moving, relocating, killing the other enemy, and defusing. The teammate tried to sneak up and get a knife on something. I guess he thought the dude was looking completely away, wasn't paying attention to any part of the rest of his screen, and died. Okay? I get it. People want to have some fun, and maybe fun to them might be trying to get this spectacular knife takedown, but also at the same time, at what cost? To your team? I mean, if you really don't care about the game that much, they should throw people like that in their own lobbies, so it's like the people who don't care versus the people who don't care alongside with their team of people who don't care. So that way, all the people who's actually trying in the game to get better at it can be set in lobbies against themselves, or even people that actually are good but still care, you know? That way the lobbies aren't so bracketed and open. And what do I mean by this is, let's see if we can see what I'm saying. Okay, so we got no AFKs, you're not running towards me. Teammate already died, I guess doing something stupid, or maybe the game just didn't reg. Alright, so we got someone doing this. Okay, pretty good. Butter noobs. Nice thing. They're more likely going to push out to the left, or they're going to be head glitching the right. Their smoke, I wouldn't have, like, been out there in a precarious spot, meaning a very open, very unsafe spot, right? An unsafe area. So willy-nilly, or willing, I should say, because he just walked out, seen the smoke, and just stayed. Now, yes, some people throw smoke just to block a sight line to move through, but because of the lobbies I've been in, I've also had a lot of people who throw smoke and set with a thermal. So, as soon as you go to run through or you open yourself up, you're giving your heat distribution through the smoke, and they shoot it. Right? Meaning like they can see you through the smoke because of the thermal. So, right here, exact point in case. The dude was lucky because this dude did not peek the other area that he originally had a smoke grenade on. But there's your thermal when the smoke was thrown, right? So again, why are you out there so willy-nilly in the smoke? As soon as I walk out, I see that smoke, I'm gone, right? That's one thing that's going to happen. I'm not going to sit out there and just be an easy target for somebody in a smoke to do that to me. Second is, what routes is everyone pushing? It's another thing. So right now we're still in our spawn at this amount of time. There's only one enemy left. We know he's to the right, but I think it's a... No, it's a... Okay, they're dead. So the team somewhat got that there, but also at the same time we're not angling or having the right angles to utilize a lot of the time in this match. Good. And then the next thing I see is so many people that are not using the proper perk loadout. And what do I mean by this is, like, I don't mind if you don't use a certain thing to use all 4 perks, because maybe they don't want to use that, so they're only attuned to, you know, 3 perks instead of the 4. But they are so mistakenly giving themselves up. I'm dead, and I got a kill too. Look at that. Hi, bud. I already killed him, brother. He's dead. One. Well, actually 1-3 for me, but 1-1 for that. So, good on the angles, but I don't know what you're looking at right there, because the sandbag they won't come out of. He's behind you. You can hear the gunshots, and no headset. That's kind of scary, brother. There is an enemy that's literally behind you, I guess, who's not using a headset either. That is... That's oof. So we got to defuse. So he's either going to be pushing to either one of the windows to look out of. He's going to go to the head glitch spot, the buses, or behind one of the back corners. In this case, I think he's actually in a back corner right next to where our teammate just died. Like back there somewhere. Who shot our teammate and I think relocated. But if not, he's actually going to be behind the house to the right. Oh, yeah, still there. Okay. That, I will say, the teammate got fucked. And I don't mean in a outplayed way. I mean as in... Well, I mean, technically, yes, outplayed. But a gun is a gun no matter what. So coming into core, if a dude gets shot... I am playing hardcore, actually, ain't I? So scratch that. I'm not in core. I'm in hardcore. So for the dude to get a hit marker with an AK or just any weapon in general on full auto makes me cringe, COD, because he should have won that gunfight. Not lost it, he should have won it. Yes, his aim was kind of atrocious, but he did get the first hit, the first reg, the first everything, and you denied him of it. Okay, is the best way to put that there. Come on. Plus, grenades need a lower fuse time. Realistically, if you go to the military, a grenade fuse time is 5 seconds, it's not 10. So having a 10-second grenade is not anywhere near the realistic. To the left. The teammate seen that, and see how slow that reaction was? Glad he still got it, but he could have saved the teammate that died there. So you guys kind of see what's going on there. If you guys want, there is already content of the 2 weapons that's dropping, and, the skin that is coming, and I feel like it's bullshit. And the reason I'm saying that is there's Call of Duty talked, and there's talk about one skin dropping in the game way before the one that is coming. And it feels like they just said, fuck that one, and decided to put this one in. If you guys don't know, since I think it was like, what was it, Cold War, I believe it was, they were talking about a Halo relationship, like dropping in skins for Halo, and yeah, they just said fuck it again, because now they're bringing in a Ninja Turtle thing that literally is talked about after Halo. And I mean after, way the fuck after. Like 3 games later, they're bringing in a Halo thing, not Halo thing, a Ninja Turtles thing when it actually should have been Halo. Let's be honest. Don't talk about Halo in one game. Have people keep boosting it throughout multiple games because they delayed it just to drop a Ninja Turtle, which is way different than the Halo speak. So what I'm talking about is in Season 2, when it drops, it should not be Ninja Turtles. It should have been Halo. And then Season 2 Reloaded or Season 3 should have been Ninja Turtles. Now, I do understand a little bit about that because there is talk about like, oh, we didn't want futuristic stuff in Call of Duty. But I'm not going to lie, futuristic stuff looks a whole lot better than a lot of this other shit. And I will call it shit, because it is shit, okay? Like, when I look at, like, the dragon skins, amazing. Why wouldn't you want to put your money into that? Compared to something that really doesn't physically alter. I mean, yes, you get tracers, and the gun just looks stupid, and it looks exactly like it was 10 seconds ago. Why would I want to put my money into that? Realistically, a pack, in my mind, should be altering something about the weapon to make it feel new. If there's nothing new on the weapon, and all it's getting is tracers, meaning bullets that shoot color, hooray. Right? No. I don't feel like that is worth my money, especially if it's going to be like $25, because you got to think, 100 COD points is like $1. Okay? That being said, at 2,500, that's 2,500 COD points, that's basically 25 bucks. Okay? Basically, they do give you the discount for buying the extra amount, blah blah, so you get a little extra too, but you guys get the idea of what I'm talking about there. And it's very sad. And then you also get this dude here who's now just AFK mid-game. He was here, now he's AFK. And I wonder if that's because, like, he just gave up, he doesn't care no more, maybe something came up that he doesn't care about the game for, right? Is kind of another turnoff to shooter games that are multiplayerable, meaning like it's actually TDM where it's going to be team versus team, right? Is the person who's like, oh, my wife asked me to make her something, I'm going to go make it, right? While being in the middle of the game is crazy. She can wait till in between matches. Okay? She can wait. And I'm sorry, guys, if that pisses you off, but I don't bear a simp mentality. Let's be honest. I don't sit there and go, yes, baby girl, I'll do everything at your whim. Okay, I'm not the person to do that. I'm not a Dota. Okay? Broke up with me, but you know what? I'm gonna dish you because, you know, you left me because of this or that. Hey, please take me back. Right? I'm not one of those. And I mean, that's exceptionally honest when it comes to Misty, because if you notice, I didn't cry for Misty. I cried for a kid that I lost a relationship with. Now that's reasonable, right? If, say you're dating a girl, she already has a kid, but you spent 2 years getting to know this kid, and then you get a father-son bond with the kid, so you actually want to be able to be there for the kid, see him go through school, you know, help him later in life go through a career, industry choice, or even be support in any way necessary you can be to this kid, right? And then the mother just kind of doesn't give a fuck anymore and starts using the kid against you is kind of bullshit, okay? Again, that's kind of what Misty did. If I wasn't with her, she's like, Eli's not this to you anymore. So, of course, yeah, I cried there. Not for her, but for a individual I actually cared about and wanted to be a father to, right? Let's get off that subject and move forward again. I don't bear the simp mentality of I go to a girl's whim. Come on, bro. All you do is shoot. All you do is shoot, brother. As soon as you've seen him move, shoot. While you're ADSing, shoot, look down. Unless you're using a sniper that's a bolty, or it's just a semi-auto weapon in general, as in like it's not full auto, you can't just hold the trigger. There is no reason you shouldn't be holding the trigger while ADSing and then looking to the direction of your target to make sure you're actually going to kill said target instead of taking the time, because more than likely it's up to reaction time, and if you cut half of that reaction time off, you'll win a good portion of the actual gunfights, where you're having to take the time to aim, then look around to aim. Like when I say aim, we'll say ADS, aim down sight, and then to actually aim by looking around to put your little crosshair or dot or whatever you want to call it onto the target and then shoot. You're reducing half of that by ADSing, shooting, and then aiming. And what do I mean by that is the difference in time. Like if I wanted to shoot a target, right? Let's give you guys an example here. If I wanted to shoot a target, and we'll use this right here, instead of going aim, shoot, you can be like that and getting the target much faster, so you're removing half of the reaction time. Another thing is, let's say you pre-peeked, or maybe an enemy was right here and you heard him shoot your teammate. Instead of coming out and looking for him and then shooting, just go and come out and kill him, right? It's so easy. It's called pre-fire. It's something people should be able to learn in the game. Right? And then movement. Knowing the map as well and having knowledge of the map. It is another thing you can bring in. If you notice, like when I moved there, when I pushed the hallway, where'd my aim go? Behind the boxes, where the head glitch would be. When I came out from the doorway and I noticed no one was behind the boxes, my aim went to the bus. So one, I'm checking that corner in case anyone's strafing, but also the bus in case someone's actually in the bus aiming over the window getting ready to shoot, so I have at least a little bit of a chance to try and shoot back. Maybe he misses and I win that gunfight, right? There's a lot of things in this game you could be doing to up the amount of skill you have, and I don't want to team kill this dude accidentally, sorry brother, but we are going to kind of die right quick. And I mean, like, you can see it's not that close of a game. It's 3-5. One more, they literally win by half more score than we do. That's good. Okay, you seen that dude? I wouldn't be walking out right here. You got lucky because he didn't catch you out of the corner of his eye when you were in the bus, because if that was me and I came out of that building and I seen the dude aim and move, I would have actually just sat on the corner of the bus, aiming, waiting for him to walk out to me, and listening to see if he vaults the bus behind me. Right? That's what I would have done to my teammate here, which is Randy, who we're watching now. Who absolutely just stands right out in the open, sees no one, and just stands there till he gets shot. Thanks, brother. Yikes. I really... Okay, so you can see the explosive is over there. Okay, yes, our team is literally the worst team ever. I actually should have played and gave them a little bit of a chance, but I feel bad for not doing it now. And I'm sitting here criticizing them, and then I'm just going to get, but you're 1-8. Like, yeah, I got one kill accidental to a grenade going off where I held a grenade. The enemy killed me and ran over the grenade. I just martyrdom trying to kill myself with. But, are you really gloating, dude? This whole lobby was ass. If I actually played, you wouldn't have won that. Let's be honest, mate. I love it when they gloat and think they're all good until they actually realize and go back and rewatch. I literally grenade pulled every fucking round and killed myself. Every one of them. Okay? That's just kind of funny. So that's kind of what I kind of want to show you guys is like the teams I'm thrown into and the difference in mindset of my gaming, my play style, and my actual knowledge in game. You know, skill is gapped so much with the team that I'm placed with. If you guys watch that, the dude's a thermal, sitting in a window, not even checking to see if anyone is coming up behind him, gets shot in the back. In plays where the dude's seen the dude through the bus window, running to the left, should have actually just popped out and followed, because realistically, the dude's going to be checking that other door, or even re-peeking that, so I would have at least pushed that side of the bus to make sure he's not, you know, going to re-chow, like 90% of people do. They will re-chow, so if they push out to the right and run back in, more than likely they're going to push out to the right again. It's literally how a lot of people play this game. It's the average thing to do is re-chow, right, which is also called ego chowing. So if they walk out, they see you there, you see them, they run back in, they're going to try to re-pop back out to kill you. It's an ego chow. Everybody re-chows. So if you're smart and you know that, you know to keep your aim there. Because not a lot of people are going to run around. Yes, you might get the person to do it to outplay you, which is very rare, but more than likely, holding your aim there is a lot better at getting the kill because you already know people are going to re-chow that situation. Especially if they get shot at, they'll like to walk back out and be like, where the fuck they come from? Instead of running away. And that's also why if you ever play like DayZ or any looter shooter, okay, when someone hears a gunshot, they don't go, oh shit, they came literally from the town next to me, I need to go the other way. No. They'll be like, oh, that actually came from the town next to me. Let's go check that out, is how the human mind thinks. So when they hear a gunshot, they're going to go check it out. They're going to go to that location. Use that to your advantage. If you know how people act, the most norm of how shooters work, you can use that to people's knowledge. Oh, there's a gunshot. My teammate was dead over here. Let's check that out. Especially if it's a 3v1. You shoot one player in that. The two players usually, unless the other dude's camping, which can happen, are going to optimally push together or flank individually. And what I've noticed is a lot of, in the skill gap, non-skill players will push together. Okay, they will literally body bag literally each other. As in, oh, I'm 2 feet from the other dude, but they're pushing the same route, the same instance, the same thing. So literally you shoot one, be ready for the second. Literally in low skill lobbies, that's how it's going to be. A higher skill player is going to know, hey, I'm going to send my teammate this way. I'm going to hook the backside. So when the enemy is shooting my teammate in his front, where am I? I'm behind him. Right? Or if there's a door to the right and to the left, well, at the same time, if we push at the same time, friendly walks in from the door to the right, I walk in from the door to the left, he has to choose. Do I shoot the guy on the right and then die to the dude on the left? Or do I shoot the dude on the left and die to the dude on the right? Right? So a higher skill gap knows to flank, not run in together. And this is one of those things, like, you can literally see the skill and knowledge and mindset of the player you're watching, even on stream. How are they playing? Because if they run together and you're in, well, we'll say, if they're both using meta and it's a non-skill game mode, and when I say that, like, where it's just up to meta weapons, not really real accuracy, meaning core, because, you know, you get stems, so on top of where a bullet doesn't kill in one, and you have a chance at the dude missing the very last bullet that should have killed you, being what saved you, and you killing the dude does not show skill, because realistically you got shot. You should be fucked and out of the game. So for you to be like, oh, I got hit by 3 bullets, the dude plebbed 3 bullets after that, and I killed him in 3 because I'm using a meta weapon, is not really skill. You actually just proven the other dude was better than you on reaction time and maybe the first 2 seconds of accuracy than you had. You just won because of game's discrepancy of kill time, right? Meaning, let's say, the best way to put this in eyes, let's say an XM4 versus a AK, right? We'll say the M4 versus an AK. Technically that's an M16, but let's keep the visual going. An M4 versus an AK. Realistically, the AK should win by damage because this is 7.62 versus 5.56. 7.62 is a higher caliber round, but that's not how COD works. And the reason I know this is because somehow a freaking pistol caliber can outshoot a fucking rifle caliber. Let's be honest. Okay? You could take in hardcore a pistol, and then you could take in hardcore an M4, and sometimes you will get a hit marker with the M4, but then you one-shot every fucking thing with a pistol, right? Like, the pistol somehow is stronger, and that's bullshit. But let's step out of that curtain for a second and go over XM4 to AK. Let's say they both, let's say for some reason Call of Duty done that same aspect. 70 damage, 60 damage, right? Let's put it that way. 70, 60. And then you get in a gunfight and you're using the AK at 60 damage. You shoot first, land 3 bullets, and then miss your final shot, but somehow this XM4 gets to hit you 2 times in the same gunfight on a late reaction, meaning you hit them first, but they still kill you with 2 shots. And it's because this is meta due to the fact of it does extra damage even though it's a lower caliber of a round. I get it, it's a video game, but at the end of the day, if the devs actually want people to compete for skill, every gun should be valued exactly the same. 60 damage, 60 damage, 60 damage, 60 damage, 60 damage, 60. Except for, like, maybe the faster shooters could be reduced by damage by, like, 2 damage. Because it's going doo-doo out of the barrel instead of doo-doo out of the barrel, right? So this could actually be, like, for instance, if these are 60, this could actually be 30 because the fire rate allows it to be 60 damage in 2 bullets, where the 2 bullets are already going to be pre-landing, right? Because of the fact that it's going to have a super higher fire rate. It's going to fire faster than these will. So, half it, right? But again, at the end of the day, it should be literally every gun at 60 damage except for super fast fire rates. So this way, it's up to the actual player skill and accuracy at the same time, but not up to, per se, you can 2-shot with this one and you need 4 with this one, and this one wins because this one takes a longer time to kill. That should not replicate, or, you know, the best way to put that is give this dude a bad day because he chose this weapon. Maybe he likes how it looks, right? And maybe feels good. But at the end of the day, this one just has so much higher damage, it kills in 2, but this one kills in 4, right? Balance out the game. That way it's a fair turn tide of who's actually better. And that's one of the downsides to Call of Duty in a lot of shooter games nowadays is they want to tend to go, okay, we'll make the XM4 no recoil and really good. The AK have a little recoil and really good. But then the aim is, fuck it. GPR, fuck it. Model L, fuck it. Goblin, fuck it. ASVAL, make it a little okay. Krig, fuck it. Right? And that's how they're doing that. Because they want people to use certain weapons. But the funny thing is they also want people to have more playtime in the game. And that's kind of hard to do whenever it's like, this gun kills in 4, but then you need like 2 bullets for this one, right? So people are going to choose the 2 bullets because it's meta. It's going to be what people want to use. It's the fastest killing. But when that's going on, where's the camo grind? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people aren't going to care about camos. So let's be honest. That's why you constantly see people going meta, 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 meta. And then occasionally some will go, okay, I care about camos now, right? But at the end of the day, where's the camo grind going to go? Especially to the dude who might be grinding. For instance, like the Goblin Mark II here. Completely trash as a weapon. Okay, it really is. I'm not trying to be mean there. But let's say the Goblin Mark II here, right? Let's say I wanted to go for a camo grind. Well, now this might be one of the weapons I have to skip out of all of these. And the funny thing is, this game only released with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ARs. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SMGs. 2 shotguns. 3 LMGs. 4 marksmans. 3 snipers. It's not going to let me continue going because I have to go to the secondary slot. 4 pistols. 2 launchers. And that was it. This is DLC. Okay? This is DLC. This is DLC. This is DLC. Come on, snipers. This is DLC. Okay? And then the funny thing is, I see people saying, oh, they added in a new pistol. It's really not adding in a new pistol. It's a fucking kill streak. It's not a pistol. Okay? Yes, it's a handgun in-game. When you call it in, you get to use it, but it's only for a set time. And when I say a set time, you got 10 bullets. As soon as 10 bullets are out, it's gone. Okay? Compared to one of these where you actually get to reload it. You get to continue using it through every round. Because the other one gets taken from you. As soon as it's gone till you earn it again. Right? So for them to give that, and funny thing is, I can actually kind of show that. Because if we go to score streaks here. It is this right here. The hand cannon. This would have been a sexy pistol to bring into the game. To be a legit pistol where you can get camos. You get to run through every game with it the entire time. Would have been amazing. But instead they made it a kill streak. So technically you can't say a new gun added in. It's not really a new gun. It's a new kill streak. Like the Sentry gun, the Overwatch Helo, all of that. Because you don't get to run it every match unless you earn it. And then even then, like, people's aim with this has to be good. Because you've got a set little bit of ammo, and if you end up just dying to bullshit, okay? Let's say you go to vault somewhere, and the game, instead of like having you get on top of it to where you can jump to something, vaults you outside the map purposefully, meaning it's on purpose, right? You didn't do it, the game did it. Maybe you're trying to climb up to go up to another ledge for some parkour jump. But instead of doing that, the game goes, oh, no, I'm just going to send you all the way over it and send you out of the map on a spot you can't climb back up out of. Sorry, your gun's gone. Okay? That's what I'm saying. This never should have been a kill streak. It should have literally been an actual legit pistol. And we should have actually got a legit kill streak in its place. Right? That's kind of how I feel on this whole game, as that being in there. Second, events. Like, we got 11 days left with this, and it's already complete. Because you only needed this much XP, and if you actually played the game, it'd already be done. Okay, because it's an XP based one. Your solo XP. There's not a team one over here where if people, X amount of people do this per day, you build up a bar, which is what we had the last 3 events for. And yes, 3. Okay. Um, which one was to go for the hand cannon, by the way, which was a kill streak. It wasn't even an actual fucking gun, and it was the one that was way the fuck up here everybody wanted. Right? That they tied to a kill streak instead of being something you can constantly use. But they had that, right? Whereas everybody had a goal challenge. And then they set the goal so high that they had to trick their players. So when I say trick their players, instead of being like everybody done it and actually got it completed, there was so much there. They had to go into the back end of the game and alter the shit. Okay, they literally had to go alter it. They only made 2 billion in 6 days out of the 20 days. Oh, you know what? We need to go alter that to 12 billion. And then from there, you'd get 2 more billion again, and then they'd alter it to be 20 billion, right? And so on and so forth. It kept going that way because the community was nowhere near actually completing it, or was going to. The funny thing is, it was at like, I think you needed 72 billion kills. And with the whole community of everybody playing, see, literally on season 1, before people started actually, dropping out of the game again, in 6 days we had 2 billion. Out of legit 72 billion. We still needed 70 billion to complete it. And they only gave us like 15 days to complete it in. So with that being said, if we took, well, actually, you can't say 6 days. It was actually, I think, like 3.5 days. So if we took 3.5 days for 2.5 billion at least, and then divided the amount of days by 2 billion, that would be how many kills you would have to get. Actually, not about times. You guys get the idea. The math just wasn't there. Literally in 2 days, you have this, and then in the 15-day X amount of time, there was nowhere reaching it. We maybe would have made 30 billion at the most out of the 70 billion. They went in through the back doors and edited the statistics so that way the community would actually get to it. Same thing with the other one where you had to pop gobblegums, right? Yes, you could pop 100 gobblegums, but most people were completing in that in like 2 or 3 days, and it was only like, I think, 10 to 20 gobblegums you had to pop, right? Because when you're playing zombies, you're not going to constantly keep popping gums unless like you're just really good at the game. But even then, like it's something still easy and remedial. But even with that being said, we needed things like 20 billion this time, but in about 4 days, we only seen like 1 billion, if not less. So they again went through the back door and edited the stats. Right now, they're also doing something illegal to make it seem like there's more people in the game. And this has actually been proven and found, especially with screenshots of where you have like 4 instances of Call of Duty open in the taskbar of your fucking computer. Not one, not the one you're running, 4 instances. And if you don't completely get off the game or even check your actual thing and close the game or shut your PC off, those other 3 are literally going to be running your game as a bot, meaning it's going to take your account, put it out in other lobbies, and try to make it realistically play like you would, but it'll be a bot, right? To make it seem like their player count is higher in the lobbies. And that's why some people right now, and I do mean some, are logging on and completely seeing like, oh, I'm shadow banned, but I haven't played for like 4 days, 5 days. And the last time I played, I was only like level 20, and, well, my thing didn't go up, but I didn't play all that well. Like, I literally dropped 20 kills, died 40 times, and then I just log in 4 or 5 days later, shadow banned. Meaning, like, you're being thrown into lobbies with cheaters. And it's because they're reporting the bot account, meaning the one Activision takes from you, tries to portray as you, gets reported when it does a little too good, and then you're the one who suffers from it. Right? There's actually things out there kind of showing this. I won't say like there's videos of people like literally taking 4 days of like video evidence and compiling it, but what I'm saying is there's like stuff out there where it's shown a dude like even with a screenshot of his task manager on PC opening, and there's like 4 or 5 instances of Call of Duty running. You'll literally see where it says Call of Duty Black Ops, like not Black Ops 6, but you know the launcher for Call of Duty, and then underneath it 4 more, right? Running. Instead of 1 instance of Call of Duty like it should be, it's about 4 or 5. So do be mindful of that, right? Um, on top of like, let's go over the skin stuff here, right? Like this, wonderful. That looks amazing. Yes, it doesn't completely change the gun, but that actually looks fucking sick. This, yeah, okay, I guess if you don't have a pack, I mean, eh. This one, perfect. Yes, at least they add some like texture to the weapon, right? Okay, I'll give that a pass. This, I mean, they recurved the blade, I think, a little bit. I'd have to go look at the actual combat knife. But I think, yes, they done the recurved the blade a bit. Added this, yes, and then just added some symbols in. You know, a star, a disc, that, a triangle, a freaking circle, you know, and again, when I said that, a freaking umbrella, right? But again, I don't know if I'd pay, you know, $10 to get this in my skin pool. That's kind of being honest. I will say this is worth it. That is meh. This is hella worth it. This is hella worth it. This is meh. That's meh. Meh, meh, meh. Like, literally, you can see I didn't even buy it. It was kind of pointless to me. I'm like, I like the M4 look, but they already oversaturated it. The pistol look, okay, I like it. It's great. This, you know, actually would probably be a good seller. Because again, it is a dark skin, can hide in dark corners, you know, even in some good places, and it's going to be hard to see. Meaning you're going to have a little bit of skill and also luck about where you're pushing. Secondhand, let's go over the store here, right? Let's kind of give you guys a look. This, some people say they don't like it because it's futuristic. You get like an angel wings type effect that's on fire with this dude wearing a mask. Wonderful. Chef's kiss. Compared to something like, for instance, hold on, let me find one here that I can show you, right? Do you have a skin in you? Yes, you do. Like this. Why would I buy that? Okay, maybe the weapon in here might look good. Not really. It's stockless, which means you're going to have some trouble with some recoil. Has this, I don't know exactly which attachment it is. Maybe that might be helping the recoil a bit. A laser or a flashlight, which is going to give you away constantly, so it's kind of pointless to run that. An extended mag. Okay, maybe you might need that because it's compensating against how much ammo you're going to need to use. You guys seeing the point here? Right? Terrible. This one. Okay, maybe rapid fire's thrown on here. That's good. I don't know about this because I'd throw something on for recoil. Same as the ammo type. Rapid fire, I'd throw something on for recoil again. A sight I would leave off because iron sights is better to hold on this. I'd probably keep a grip, and I would run something here. But again, they threw a sight on, not really the smartest for this gun. The mag size, not really the smartest for the gun, and I don't really see anything being here for recoil. Let's actually preview this. Okay, so they got okay, but there's a better compensator. I would have used the other one because that actually helps the recoil a lot more. Again, I don't see rapid fire on here. There's actually only 1, 2, 3 attachments on this weapon. So you're not going to get the fire rate this weapon needs. You're not getting too much towards the actual recoil control. and they're giving you a sight on a weapon that should be iron sight, where this attachment should be elsewhere. Okay, and I'll actually show you guys what I'm talking about. So for the Tanto, I'll show you guys how to set this up properly compared to what Activision does with their packs here. Okay, but again, this is not worth 1,500 for me. This is like worth maybe 400 COD points. It doesn't change enough, right? And again, to compare this, like some people like this skin, I don't. I think it just looks kind of stupid. It looks like they took ice, threw it on top of Groot, and just tried to combine them, and it didn't work in my view. Secondhand oversaturated this weapon because ASVAL already has a good amount of stuff for it, so they made another pack for it that way. And then they done a LMG I rarely see people use, like very rarely, because again, I think this LMG is one that, no, it gets the side fed mag. So, I mean, I could kind of see this, but again, like, it's ice that changes colors. I really cannot vibe with that. I just can't. Okay? Some people like that. I get it. That's going to be inside of some people's things. This, I don't care what you have to say. Beautiful, except for one attachment. Okay, and maybe two, because again, like recoil's being hurt alongside like this, and then I think this is a suppressor, which means, oh no, it actually might just be base part of the gun. Actually, I think it's the barrel of the gun that's getting changed here, and I'm going to show you what this should look like as a weapon class when they made this compared to what it is now. So if we quickly click 3, okay, you get this sight, you get the quick draw grip, which, okay, is going to be zoomed in. This, you actually get no stock as a thing, even though there's not an actual thing saying no stock here. So, okay, so maybe there is supposed to be a stock. It just looks like this. Suppressed long barrel. That's not what I would really throw there with the vertical foregrip and the extended mag 1. Okay, extended mag 1, I could somewhat agree with. The vertical foregrip, I can somewhat agree with. The quick draw grip, okay, I can somewhat agree with, but I'd actually change it out for the commando because quick draw, so you get faster ADS, and the commando giving something else alongside of it, so you get 2-2 on each compared to the 3 just on quick draw. And then the suppressed long barrel, I wouldn't go for the complete range here. I actually would have done a different barrel for this pack that would have actually helped not only the bullet travel time, meaning like when you shoot, how long it takes for the bullet to reach its location, but also every time you're shooting, it's doing this, right? Alongside also having range. Alright, but back from that, again, like we've seen terrible loadies, right? They built and saying like, for this terrible loadout, it's got to be this. And then the funny thing is, what I would love for them to do, they should have went through every one of these, and I've said this since Modern Warfare 2019, okay, guys, is say I don't like this suppressed barrel. Maybe I want the other one. If I change it, I want this look on the other barrel, but it doesn't, and I'll actually show you guys that, because some of them will do it now, but it's not every one of them. It has to be like the, I think, master classes or something like that. I'm just going to reload my game right quick just for a second, multiplayer, just to make sure. But we're going to click weapons. We're going to click Lodi. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So, like, right now, the SAUG, you can see, does do this. I changed the barrel, because I don't think the reinforce is usually what's on this. I think it's actually the CHF barrel is what's usually here. It doesn't want to change. Okay. But you guys get the idea. Same as like this actually used to be a suppressor. It's supposed to be this. I changed it to the ported, and you guys can see. Look how this has black and gold on it, and then the ported here does not. Okay? So you can see, no, this ain't one of the weapons that does that. That's good. That I can show that. Alongside, I think this actually comes with a reticle. I don't remember exactly which one. I might be able to find it if I just kind of just skip through here like this, and I think it's like closer to one of the longer range reticles, like the KS Red Dot, or the Kepler? I don't remember exactly which one was here. I know it's like it did come with one, and I decided to put a different one on it. Which one was it? I'd love to actually somewhat know. Actually, a good way to show you that, I can actually just do this, right? And go here and do this. Oh, it actually doesn't come with a reticle. Okay, good to note. But this is what it's supposed to look like compared to this, okay? Where you can see I've changed and altered stuff on it. Another one to show that with is going to be this, my Ames, which loses, and I will say loses, because we got to create a new build here. And I paid 20 bucks for this, mind you. It's legit 20 bucks into this gun. So if we hover over Seaworthy, right, it's supposed to have a, glistening, moving, like, liquid on the barrel for the top bit here near the sights. The barrel itself as well. The mag is supposed to have it. The stock here is supposed to have it at the top, and you can see it moves, it glistens, stuff like that. But if I actually go back, this part's missing. The part on the barrel is missing. This part is missing. Okay? The mag is there because I kept the same mag. This stays here, but you can see how much is missing off of this gun. Okay? Even that one. But if I quickly go over, like, Razor Burn here, right? If we quickly show you guys this one gets to keep it. And I'll say that, like, for real. Because if I quickly show you guys, for instance, let's show you guys create new builds right quick. Hover over Gunball Ballistics, and we do this. Keeps this. You can see that's the same. The only thing that gets removed is this, because the attachments I chose, there is supposed to be a suppressor up here. I removed it, so that's the only thing it doesn't stay. But this is what it looks like originally compared to this, right? So you can see that's there. The only thing missing is a handle because I don't have it. And the suppressor's no longer here because I threw the compensator on. It's supposed to be there, but everything still looks basically the same. And I believe I did, actually changing this will change it too. And you pay real money for this. It's basically 25 bucks, okay? Even this, you can see like that, right? I do have two here, so I spent even more than just 25. And you can see I did take place in the beta, because right there says beta. This is the Bug Smasher, and it is here. It's not locked. It's not like I have to use a unlock tool to get it. So I did take place in the beta. But what is very interesting, they said with these that specific weapon types are supposed to keep their stuff. And to show you that, here's how the gun's originally supposed to look when it comes to it. Let me kind of back up again right quick and click into it, click create new build, and it's actually this one. Okay, this is what it's originally supposed to look like. Okay, I took the sight off, I added some other stuff onto it, but it's basically that, okay? So if we go to my multiplayer, you can see here, the growth stuff here, gone. Even on the stock, gone, right? It changes stuff. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you put time and money into a pack, especially if it's not how to build the weapon properly, then those attachments should all have the same skin. Maybe it'll be a shorter version of it, but it'll be the same skin. So where the growth would be on the barrel should be on this one, just maybe closer. Where the growth would be here should be on it. No matter what attachment I throw on, should have the growth, right? Especially if you paid real money for it. And the reason I say that is because anything you buy in the market store here basically is going to cost you money. The only time you get it free is if you bought the battle pass and you saved up the battle pass and bought stuff here, then you'd have to buy the battle pass again, right? Because you wouldn't get the battle pass free, getting the COD points out of it. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to continue it because you'd have to spend money somewhere. But let's say you're using your battle pass points to continue using the battle pass, then more than likely what you're going to do is use real money to buy out of the store. Because everything here, especially like, let's say, this is 30 fucking bucks, guys. 30, it's 3,000 COD points. This is $30. I'm not joking. If we quickly click on this right here, guys, here's what the reference is. You would literally have to go for this and this, 30 bucks for 3,000. Or if you're like, okay, I wanted a little bit more and save a bit, so you can get like 1.5 to maybe 2 packs, you go for this one. Well, then now you went from 30 bucks to 40, because after tax is going to be 40 something. Okay? And that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, over time, you are wasting upwards to, like, multiple packs that come out, $100 or more. Because let's go over it, right? Especially in me right now, with packs I can't say I bought them all, because I have had some of them donated. But, I forgot how you go to your thing here. It's my bundles. Okay, this is what I have. I have 6, okay? This was, it says owned now. I think it's like 30,000. Well, it's 3,000. Same as this was like 3,000. No, it's this one. So 3,000, 3,000, 2,800, 2,800, $20, and then this one was like 2,500. Okay, so we'll say 30, 60, 70, 80, 80, we'll say 85, 90, there's 100, we'll say at least so far 110. Then about 130, basically 130, 135, and then we're looking upwards about 140 to $160 just for 6 items, guys. Okay? Not to mention, if you guys wanted to do it again, getting this, if you want this skin, or maybe the sniper looks good, or a skin for this, right? Because the hand cannon skin, but the funny thing is, this ain't a real weapon. You'd have to throw it on the kill streak, right? And you do get the stun or flash. Which one is it? It's the flash, right? You get a skin for it, but at the end of the day, this is another $20. Okay, so that would now be somewhere closer to the $200 range. Then, they came out with the Days Gone. This is $30. Now we're in like $220, right? And then this one, so now we're in 248, if not $250, just for that many skins, guys. It's insane. And then second hand, again, if we take a look at this, we only got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got all 5 attachments, but the funny thing is, quick draw instead of the commando. Extended mag, which actually, okay, I would kind of keep that. The will is 3 times, which actually should have been deleted, because it's either going to be iron sights for this or a red dot, not a freaking scope. Okay, next, the suppressed long barrel. There's actually the reinforced barrel that I would have thrown here, not the long barrel. Okay. Next, vertical grip. Yes, could have stayed. So it should have been reinforced barrel, red dot, or irons. Okay. Because I'll show you guys what my actual like build for this is, and it's actually a lot better than what they show here in the store. And that's the reason I'm coming up with these key points too, because I know I was talking about player skill. Is the skill gap in player skill. Instead of building weapons they should be building, we'll buy something out of the store and keep it exactly how it comes out of the box. And yes, I do have a friend that does this. I love you, McClune. Okay, I'm not going to say your real name here. I do have you added on Facebook, my bro. But you're one of them. You'll be like, oh, I got this pack, and oh my god, it's so good. But you're, no offense, playing in the lower skill gap lobbies. And then because you bought the gun, of course they want it to feel good, meaning like kill fast in your lobbies at the moment. So that way the people that don't have it will want to go buy it, okay? That's kind of what some people are failing to see. And then secondhand, because of the build, it's actually really terrible, okay? Because once you start getting into higher skill gap lobbies, which usually are mine when it comes to versing an enemy, right? Or any actual player that's good at the game, their enemy team skill gap is going to be a lot higher than what some of your teammates are going to be. But let's get in and show you guys how these should be built. So for instance, we were talking about the AS Val here. So when running the AS Val, you can see I'm not even running a barrel at all. I'm using the foregrip, extended mag 1, commando grip, and the reason for this, when you look at the commando grip, aim down sight time here with no cons, right, is there, but also the sprint to fire speed. So when you're sprinting and you're having to pull up is also times 2. It's higher, right? So I'm getting double of what the quick draw here is giving me, because the quick draw, I don't get sprint to fire. I only get aim down sight speed 3 bars. Okay? And you can see it might say handling is a little higher, but again, that's only if I'm setting still and just pressing the aim button. That's where this is going to come in. I would rather, because my playstyle is movement, right, to have a faster ADS and a faster ADS after moving. Okay? Second, I'm using recoil springs. Some people will probably like other stuff, maybe even rapid fire, but the reason for this is because horizontal and vertical recoil gets reduced. So, I can shoot longer distances easier. Okay? Next thing is the infiltrator stock here. I'm using it because it's aim, walking movement speed. So while I'm ADS, because again, I like to move, I'm constantly moving faster while also ADSing instead of being reduced by a complete reduction. I actually remove some of that reduction. Extended mag, so I get the little extra ammo, because again, yes, there is the extended mag too, but if you notice, reload quickness, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, all goes down, reducing your handling, because I go from here to now here, and it's a big, big gap. And I mean, there is also the 4, which now is like even bigger of a gap, and you guys can see it's ridiculously going to make you slow. So that's why I don't use it. Vertical foregrip here, because again, you could use the suppressed reinforced barrel. Again, bullet velocity, damage range. That's why it's there instead of just damage range, right? But I'm not using it here because I am going for a little bit of recoil control. But again, the funny thing is instead of being like lightweight grip here could be for side-to-side recoil and vertical, hands up and down, right? For some reason, just controls left to right recoil. Yeah, it doesn't really affect anything here. None of the grips actually affect anything of recoil except for side-to-side recoil, and not a lot of guns actually have side-to-side recoil. It's mainly vertical, as in, like, when you shoot, it kicks more up than it does left or right. So you would need stuff that actually fights that a bit more often. But, I mean, you could run this. Again, like, you guys can see firepower goes up, and nothing really changes there. Even the vertical here says accuracy's there, but you can see, like, even this does the same accuracy bit almost, and this one's only for like aiming idle sway and horizontal recoil, right? And to be honest, idle sway doesn't really happen much to guns unless it has a sniper scope. But again, you'll also notice I'm not running an optic on this. Okay, like the other one puts a freaking 3 times optic up here. It's not needed. And to show that, if I quickly just go into here, okay, to show that, this is usually what your combat is going to be, or this, okay? There's not much recoil coming off of this, and I'm actually having a good amount of control. And to show that, it's there. I can do that. You're not taking combat way back here a lot. Okay, especially with damage fall off that happens to a lot of guns, especially submachine guns. And this is an AR, mind you guys. And you've seen 3 bullets, and that target didn't go down. Okay, damage fall off, really bad for back here. You're only going to be fighting between 25 to 10 meters, usually in this game. Maybe somewhere, maybe at like 28 meters, but not like 30 or 35 or whatever that is. Back there, that is 50 actually, so the most is probably about right there is what you're going to be shooting at distance in this game when using an AR and SMG. You're not going to be shooting way back there with this gun. You're going to be keeping it up here, closer to you. A lot of your combat, even especially in search and destroy, is usually closer to you. So having a little recoil control is good, alongside you don't need a sight. Okay? Unless like the gun's iron sights are just terrible, and yes, there are some out there that are terrible that some people might like, that I can sit here and say I hate. Okay, but you do not need a sight on that weapon. The next one to show you guys is, it's the what was the other gun I said they messed up on? Attachment. I don't think I actually showed another one to be messed up on, But another thing to note, guys, is I feel like sniping this game is just so bad. Like, no offense, some people got used to it, but Fast Mag 1, you can see I've taken the handling and shot it up as far as this mug can go, apart from the reinforced barrel. But you can see, cons does not change the ADS speed, okay? None of these do, except for this one. This one does. And it's the CFH, but short barrel. Actually, firepower goes down. Handling actually goes up a little bit, right? Yeah, but we lose damage, so that's why I'm not using it. Right? So you can see the rest of these, again, there's no ADS cons. You don't see it go from here to like somewhere down here. There's no red bar there changing that. Alright? The 7x scope here, you can use any scope you want, but I don't really care about any of the other things here, because again, light stock, okay, gives you a little bit more movement speed for mobility, but you're not gaining any ADS speed through handling on anything here. I'm not using anything for that. Lasers. None of these give aim down sight speed, I don't think. Yeah, none of them do. And there's the tac laser, which now puts your gun in tac stance constantly. But you guys get the idea, right? I have rapid fire for the faster shooting. The riser for sprint fire speed and aim down sight speed. Think of that, guys. Yes, this one can give me, actually gives me less handling. Look at that. It actually goes down compared to this one. Okay? So we're going to stay on the commando, because again, aim down sight speed and sprint fire speed. This is actually supposed to be the best one. Okay? Again, fast mag. So what the fast mag one here does, again, is aim down sight speed, sprint fire speed, and reload quickness. The only thing is you lose ammo capacity, meaning you get less rounds in it. Okay? And nothing else gives speed. Even stock pad. Nothing here gives like aim down sight speed, okay? Just showing you guys that nothing moves here. As you can see, there is like recoil and sprint movement speed, but there's nothing for ADS apart from sight focus, right? Nothing there, just mainly control. So again, with that, watch how long this takes to ADS. Click. Click. Okay? Right? I'm just showing. That's how long, and you can see there, that was a hit marker, guys. And there's no armor, okay? Right? You guys are seeing that. That's taking a really high amount of, time to ADS down, especially for a bolty that has to reload in between each shot, right? Because it doesn't go bang, 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 bang. It goes bang, chink, chink, bang. And there's another freaking hit marker. Okay? With a bolty, by the way. That's kind of sad, because a bolty should always be a one-shot, because of the reload time in between each shot is not going to be full automatic, and it's not a semi-automatic weapon, meaning you're not going to shoot quick as fuck. Okay? Next is, that's not the only sniper, guys. Like, that's one. Here's the other one. So you guys can say, okay, each sniper is different. So if I quickly just do this, we do this, and show you guys. There was a hit marker. And again, the name of this sniper is what? I'll give you a hint, guys. If we click loadies right quick, we click on this right here, 762. Only thing basically higher than this for bullet-wise mainly is usually going to be around 50 cal. Okay, I mean, there is, I think, other ammo grains higher, but just to let you guys know, like, this literally basically is a step down from 50 cal. And then we get into the other sniper, too, which I'm actually going to change this one out for. Okay? AMR Mod 4. Now, yes, it is a 50 cal sniper, so yes, it's going to be heavy. At the end of the day, I get that. But, again, before we actually pop in here, I should have done this. Fast mag 2, so we're reducing the amount of ammo. So now you only get 4 bullets in the mag. Overpressured, so again we get rounds produced at a higher than standard internal pressure to improve bullet velocity, right? So it goes faster because I'm not going to be shooting fast. I'm not going to be constantly consecutively shooting while being in the sight. And yes, you could go with damage, but at the end of the day, I found this doesn't really do too much apart from just allows you to shoot through walls, okay? Commando grip, again, being for the fastest aim, because again, it is aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. There is quick draw here, which you can see we lose accuracy and we lose handling. Okay, think of that. We lose both. Okay, so that's actually a reduction. Reinforced barrel, again, no cons. Does not actually change the rate at which other things does. Now, we can do this for jumping, aim down sight speed, and stuff like that happens. And you get more handling. But again, that's, I guess, while jumping. It's not really supposed to be done while just setting still or just running. Okay? But again, we're not being touched there. And then we are using the Blendwell 7x scope instead of the regular. But, guys, the aim down sight speed for this... Click. Click. And then to set this off a little bit, it's a semi-automatic sniper. And semi-auto usually means as fast as you can pull the trigger is as fast as the gun's going to shoot. In this case, Call of Duty has foobarred that again. Because if I go click, 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 click like that, watch how fast it shoots. And I'm tapping like this. That's how fast I'm tapping. And you've seen the fire rate. Okay, guys, I just kind of want to show you guys that by tapping on the mic. That's as fast as I was tapping. And then you've seen the fire rate, right? Atrocious and bad. I should be bang, 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 bang. Through the 4 shots. Reloading. And then being able to shoot them out again. Okay? It's not like that. At all. Okay? Next thing to go over. Inside of this stupid game. Okay? And yes, it is stupid. Is something we've already talked about. But if we quickly go through here, there's 1. Okay? Which actually we'll do this. Okay, we'll hit create new. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's here. That I have. Then you have the season pass one, which is now 5. You now got the 1,100 one, which is for the event, right? Now make 6, and that's not missing the other one in the store. There's already 7 M4s, and this game only has been Season 1. Think of that. 7 M4s, Season 1. It's oversaturated. Okay? And it's because they know it's meta. Second, if we go to the AK, I mean, technically this is kind of meta, but there's only 1, 2, 3. There's 3 AKs, and maybe one more in the Season Pass. There's 4, just in case there is one. Right? Again, it's not the most meta. It is kind of strong, but it's not meta. So again, it's lightly touched. AMES. So on top of getting the $100 version of the game variant, okay, you now also get the Truth Serum, the Seaworthy, the Classified, okay? That's already 4. I think there's one in the Battle Pass, which now makes 5. And then this one. 2 here. 6, 7. 7 of these because it's actually known to be a good gun in the game. So there's 7 packs for it. Like the M4, it's oversaturated. And what did I call, guys? The things are going to be oversaturated. Compared to, again, it's 2. So there's actually 5. So 3, 4, 5. Okay. Not really the best gun in the game. I mean, it is kind of good. Model L now has 2 here that we know of. Maybe 1 in the Season Pass. And then 4 there, which is now like 6 or 7. Oversaturated. Again, Model L is basically inside meta. Then we take a gun it's not meta. 4, 5, 6 because of the Battle Pass. So there's 6. Okay, so they didn't oversaturate. They oversaturated a gun that's not really the best gun in the game. Then you take a gun that actually really is good, 3, 4, and I think like Battle Pass makes 5, right? Krieg C. So this is one of the new guns. There's 2 here, Bad Beat and this, which Bad Beat comes from the Battle Pass. This actually comes from a pack that you can buy. 4. There's only 4 of this gun. And technically, people are going to say this is inside meta. But as far as I know, like every time I've used this gun, it's taken 6 bullets to kill someone to the chest compared to like 4 from an M4. It's actually not that high into meta. Not to mention the recoil for this is actually terrible. And the reason I say that, because if I go to a multiplayer one here, and we do this, I have recoil springs on, and I have the ported compensator. By the way, this is the best one. I was telling you guys, worst attachments for any gun is going to be the regular compensator. Because yes, it's vertical recoil, but the ported actually works with first shot recoil and vertical recoil. So on top of the having control that way, the first shot coming out is also going to be highly able to be getting your second shot off to your next guy, okay? So this is actually going to be your best one. Even that, okay, whoops. I took it off accidentally because I hit R instead of 3. Okay. Even that, here, yes. Here, yes. But let's reload. Here, no. You can see I'm even trying to fight it. This is me trying to fight it. I can somewhat get it to beam, but staying on target, yeah, good luck. If you have someone beaming you at that range with this gun, cheater. Okay, just go ahead and report. Just figured I'd let you guys see that, right? This gun is not one to be shooting people and having no recoil with. Its recoil is actually pretty up there, pretty bad, okay? Just figured I'd kind of show that. Again, people are going to say that's inside meta, and I can actually contradict because there's a gun that has literally less recoil than that and can kill pretty well too, and that's this one, the C9. I don't see why not many people are using this gun. It's absolutely a beast. I'm not going to show you my loadie for it just yet. I'm going to go ahead and skip straight into the firing range. But to show you guys this, okay, it has more side-to-side bounce, but at least you killed him in 1 mag. Okay, better than the other fucking gun, let's be honest, right? But you can actually shoot this gun pretty damn well. And there you go, so I still got 15 bullets. So out of 40, it took me like, what, 30-something bullets? 20-something? No, 30, because it's, what, 15? Yeah. About 34, like 34 bullets. Basically just to kill the dude down there. Not bad, out of 40. Compared to... Whoops. I missed. Missed again. There we go. Right? So the best way to test your guns, put them on this and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Took 4. Then over here, 1, 2, 3. Wait, missing. Let me kill him. Let me kill him so I can restart the count here. So we're gonna go right on him and not move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Took 6 bullets. 4, 6. So it's only adding 2. And then from 25 to 50 is another. So if we was to keep doing that math, so from 4 to 6, it would actually have to be 6 times that with 12. So it should actually only take 12 to kill that dude down there with this weapon. Okay? Just figured I'd kind of show that and show that I can use this and hit that and kill that better than the AR itself, right? Which was, where'd I put it? Right here, Krieg. Which I misspelt, by the way, guys. It's actually K-R-I-G, and I spelled it with a C. See? It's K-R-I-G. I had that originally spelled with a C. Fixed it. Alright. There's also this, which you see people use. So before I show you the loadie for it, too. Just figured I'd... This one, way back there, not happening again. So if it's happening, report. Okay? Why does it keep kicking me here, though, when I go to leave the firing range? Now, back to show you. Again, it is for, again, recoil, because you see the recoil there, and the recoil springs with this setup here. This is what you should be running on the MP5. Okay? The next gun to show you, again, is the KSV. The gun we just shot and showed you, which is this one. So, ported, again, for recoil, and recoil springs, again, for recoil, and then balance and extended mag 1. If you guys want, you actually could remove the balance stock, which right now is for just movement speed. If you guys are someone who doesn't move a lot, you can remove that and throw on a optic. Okay? If you guys need help with, like, aim a little bit more. Something like the AMES, again, other things have grips. You don't want a grip on this. You want the ported compensator, the recoil springs, light stock, commando grip, and the Merlin Mini. If you guys don't like the look of the Merlin Mini, you also can use the Kepler right here, the Microflex, because you want a clearer sight, which these two are going to give you. You also could use, is it this one? Yes, this one, which again it's a bigger sight, and it's going to be clear, but it also is just a red dot in the center. You're not going to be using too much of the other stuff. You'll also see people run like sniper scopes on their weapons, like the 7x here, or maybe where is it? The Prismatech 4, I believe, or the Willis. I think it's actually the Willis 3x. It's this one, because they get that little crosshair in the center, which you can run. You can run this and you know, run like you've seen other people use, like the little, like that thing here, which I'll show you guys. It's, okay, oh, one more? Yes, there we go. Which, you know, is this. It didn't change it. Ooh, game. Yellow. Oh, it's because, no, I have it on there. It shows it. It's that, it's that. Got all this. Okay, do I just need to go back and go back in on the AMS here? Yes, there we go. Nope. Let's see people run this. But like that, but you can see the recoil is actually pretty nice. I don't think I need to. Okay, I do have to pull down lightly, but it's not a lot. But this is what you should be running if you are running this weapon. Although I wouldn't use a sniper scope, because again, sniper scopes give you a specific thing, and I'll show you what that is here in a second. And I want to nickname it for you. So if I quickly hover over this, okay, you guys will see, actually this doesn't give, oh, that's, okay. That actually, okay. So you don't get sniper glint with the Willis. That's cool. Because usually when you throw a sniper thing on, oh, it's not even going to show a sniper glint here too either on the thing. I feel like that's quite weird. Why is sniper scopes not getting sniper glint? Because snipers have it. Definitely. I go to sniper and do that. It's weird. Same with like their other thing I'm kind of show you while getting on this point here in a second. None of these have sniper glint. Although I prefer the Merlin Mini with this one or this one, just because I like the blue. But you also guys could do zombies and go with the purple. You can also use this one if you like it. This one's okay pretty well as well inside of zombies. But this is kind of what I run. This is my average AMES, right? Which actually is also my ranked one in multiplayer as well. So, yeah, you guys could run that definitely. The M4. Did I really put my Craig on this? Yes, I did. Okay, so my M4 for multiplayer would be this one to give you guys. Okay, which I put it on a different blueprint. That's why it's not named MP at the moment. But you want the ported, because again, recoil control. You want even more recoil control, because the rate of fire on this is already pretty good. Light stock, commando grip, and gain twist is what I see people usually running, which is just bullet velocity. I'd probably throw in reinforced just because, again, bullet velocity and the damage range, but you don't have to do that because you can actually remove the barrel and just throw in an optic. But I'm running the barrel just for the iron sight. The other way of building this weapon, again, is going to be something like, do I have the multiplayer version of this I would run? No, I don't. Okay. The other version of this is going to be... Oh, it's right here. Basically, my M16 duplicate here, which I named multiplayer, because instead of having the 3-round burst, it's this. I need to fix that right quick. So, not gunsmith. Here. And then here. And then this. And rename right quick to MP. And rename. There. That way I actually have my MP. Is because I love the iron sight this gives off, but I'm also going to show you the recoil pattern to this weapon too. Okay? So if I do this, this is the iron sight, guys. I'm going to try to get some contrast there for you, instead of like the 4. There we go. So like you can see it's like that. So if I aim down, like you guys see that, right? Here. Missed. And then I can even hit that with iron sights, guys. Better than the Krieg. Okay, so no, the Krieg is not super meta. The M4 is better. Okay? M4 is more meta than the Krieg. Alright, so if you see a lot of people beaming at really high ranges with the Krieg, report it. It is 100% a third-party software pulling down on their thing for them. Or they're just removing recoil altogether with a cheat menu. But next thing to show you guys is other weapons too, because there's a lot of okay weapons in this. So when you see people running the PP919, which the average version of this usually looks like this, okay? My multiplayer build here is actually what you want to run on it. You want the fast mag 2, because you do want a lower mag capacity a little bit. It's not by much. You still get 40. Recoil springs, the commando grip, the reinforced barrel, and the ported compensator. You do not want a sight on this, because the iron sights are already pretty good. If I do that, you guys can see... even on this green background, you can see the black thing sticking up there. It's already good. You can actually just pop up and... Bro, I hit that just like I was using the M4. Just... Oh, I didn't kill it. There we go. Like, the recoil in this thing is already really good. The fire rate is already good. You just need to make sure you are getting it down, right? Just figured I'd show that, guys. There's plenty of good stuff out there. I'd say this is better than a Krieg. I mean, damage at range, probably not. But just the recoil pattern itself is better than the Krieg. And I'm on mouse and key, guys. And saying that. That's actually pretty ridiculous for me to say. And I do have troll classes. You guys can see they are named troll. Let's see. The AK here. There's 2 ways to run this AK. You do want recoil springs, you do want the ported, you do want the commando and the light stock, but depending on the player type you are, this can be doable. You can run the Merlin Mini, so that way you have better aim if you're not good with the iron sights, or be like me and interchange it, and you can actually run extended mag 1. Actually, to be honest, what mag would I run? I would probably run like, because what, that's 40, that's 30, this is technically a 30 round weapon anyways, right? Yeah, 30. So what I would actually technically run, I just go magazine and go fast mag 1. Because now that just is reload quickness with still having 30 rounds. This is what I would probably run, honestly. Because the fire rate / like everything else is... It's basically like the Krieg. Not beaming at a distance, but if you got used to the iron sights, you could do it. I am running a version of this where the iron sights is smaller, so you don't get as much as that groove, because you get the rag kind of being in a partial way of the iron sights, kind of blocking some of it, but it's not going to change too much, right? Just figured I'd show that. It's not going to change too much. So that you could run that, or if you was like I was running a second ago, you could throw on like the Merlin Mini, you know, go to customize, grab this. I'm on the Warzone one, so we're going to do that. And, yeah, 3. And to show you, in case you're not good with the iron sights, it's not going to show it that, but show you. Okay, it's not going to hit that back one very well, but these, unless you're like me and just for some reason letting your mouse do this with your hand, right? You can somewhat get to your target a lot better, right? So the AK is there. It's not really the best gun in the game. And why do I keep leaving that like that, man? It's weird. More stuff to kind of show is the VMP. You guys seen my build for it? I don't think, actually, no, you haven't. Okay, so before I show the actual full thing, this is my VMP iron sight. Okay, it looks really good. It's clean, and you don't want to sight on this gun. Kicked up once, and then after that, it was purring, baby. Right? Looks really good. It's clean. When you play with it and you get used to it, it's really good and clean. Now let's show you guys the build for this. And yes, there is a build. And why does it keep kicking me to loadouts here and not being on this screen like it should be? Or here like it should be when I'm actually in my thing and we were actually using the VMP. So to show you, it is the ported compensator. It is the long barrel. Now you can actually change this because the long barrel just does damage range. You guys can do the reinforced, which is bullet velocity and damage range. Only reason I don't put it on there is because it changes the iron sight look. I love the iron sight look. You also could do gain twist if you're doing a lot of like close encounters. But again, it changes the look to this. That's why I kept this. Extended mag one, you don't need the second one. Commando grip, this is because again ADS and sprint to fire speed, and again recoil stuff because, well, this gun kinda does need it, especially if you're shooting at a range, but it feels pretty good. You guys can see I can kill almost anything on that range, right? Apart from the very, very back, which is like the 100 meter or 200 meter target. But kind of showing it's that. Compact, if you're getting beamed by this, report it, because I can build a recoil build and show you guys its recoil is like fucking atrocious with it still. And I do mean that because let's just go to my troll class right quick because we don't want to change. If I do that, let's go ahead and throw the compact on. Let's throw this on, the compact 82. And to show you, we do have the ported compensator. We do have the recoil springs and everything like this alongside even a little bit more for the you know, magazine size because of its fire rate. And let's pop in and show you guys. Okay, you guys can see that recoil power. Even with everything for fucking recoil, this is doable, but you would just have to be ready to literally fight that recoil. Let's be honest. You are going to have to fight it. Okay? Why does that keep happening? It shouldn't. I just kind of want to go over some of the stuff in the game, like weapon build-wise. Oh, yeah, the other thing was the, yes, there is another one, the Tanto here. I was kind of showing you guys, like, where they put a sight on the freaking Tanto earlier. You want rapid fire, because this is going to speed up everything. You're going to want balanced stock, extended mag 1, barrel, and a ported compensator for the muzzle. And this gun is even still recoil happy. Okay, so if they're beaming you with that at range, report it. Because again, The only thing I didn't change is this. So if we did go recoil springs, just to show you guys this, the fire rate with recoil springs, right? Even at range is kind of, you have to fight it. Okay. And to show you guys that. Okay, that's like that. Let's go over here for the recoil pattern, actually. Onto this. We'll go with this first one here. So we'll go here. And what you guys can see, it goes here, and then kind of S's up. Look, goes here. You can see it goes there, kind of does this, and then S's to here. So you're going to have to pull down to the left and then down to the right in order to actually somewhat get that to being correct. Okay? And doing that constantly is not really going to be the best thing. So being here is where you're probably going to be in the fight with this gun. But because of the kill time is pretty meh with this and the fire rate, you want to raise the fire rate to this gun. See, this is where it should be going whenever we come here. But to fix the fire rate of this gun, you have to use rapid fire, which again is going to hurt your vertical and horizontal recoil, hurt the bullet velocity, right? Which is why using even the ported, I think, would be good here. Not ported, reinforced, because the bullet velocity does go up, but you also get the damage range compared to just bullet velocity. So you would probably want to run this, and let's see what that feels like. Kind of meh, but you do get the bullet velocity, so the bullets are going to fly faster, right, to go hit their target, and you get the fire rate. Oh boy, yeah, no, let's get out of that. It's making me look like a noob. Yeah, this gun, terrible. So if they're beaming you, report it. Okay? Just figured I would go over a couple of things, go back into the troll class, because that's where we had this. Even, for instance, the GPR could be set up well. Other stuff could be set up, but let's get into, well, what's another thing we can get into? Terrible ass freaking shotgun, never use it unless you're just doing the camo stuff and then drop it immediately after. I don't know, I just feel like a lot of stuff they could have done a lot better with into like the stores, because there's versions of these things that you should be running that the store doesn't give you. Like, even if you pay real money, you get the vault security, this, right? And I'm going to show you what you should be running on it. So if I do the L85, which is also the GPR 91, right? You should be running ported compensator, recoil springs, light, stock, commando, grip, and Merlin Mini, okay? This is another one of those guns where if you do want to change it, you can, however, throw on the Willis 3 times and change your, optic to being whatever optic you want to use. Bidoo, 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 and then 3. And show you guys like this. Okay, as you guys can see, you can kind of beam with it, but instead of using this and giving your position away and just, being a complete noob, it's the best way I can put that. Your best run for this, instead of using a very 3 times optic, your best bet is to using my favorite, again, the Merlin Mini. Throw on this, go here, go into Warzone, go here. As you can see, I do have these. And boop. Use this. Okay. You guys can use the other optic if you want, but I prefer being able to see around me a little bit more. Meaning, on top of being able to see where I'm aiming at, you can see around my optic. Right? So if I'm aiming at him, I can see this target here while aiming at him. Having a little bit more graphic detail is a little better to me. Being able to do that. It's actually really, really good. But you can run sniper scopes on it, and come on, COD, you should always be going right back into this screen here when I go in, and then I should be able to come back out to here. Very weird that it doesn't. The Model L, I actually have a different build for this, just because, like, some people would use this, and they kind of want to have that, but there's actually this, which, to show you the setup first, guys, this time, reinforced barrel, okay, which actually comes on this gun anyways, the ported compensator for recoil springs for even more recoil, extended mag 1 to keep the look of this without going to slowing down my gun and getting this to look different, right, and the commando foregrip for, again, aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, right, basically is the STG. It actually looks like an STG. I stuck this camo on. Okay, just figured I'd show that. And show you guys this. It absolutely beams. Okay, I can still in one mag kill the guy way back there. Something I couldn't do with the fucking Krig, okay? There. Pretty good. Very good, okay? But if you do need to change an attachment, because maybe you're not good with the iron sights, you actually can. So, being here, if you're someone who doesn't really care about a lot of stuff, what the reinforced barrel does, again, is bullet velocity and damage range. You can actually remove this and throw an optic on. It will change the overall look of this gun. I'm not going to do it for that being the reason, but you guys can do that, okay? Getting in, what's another weapon to show you guys a setup on too, to show you guys every setup on how to build correctly. Did it. I even showed you guys removing recoil here. Pretty much sucks. On that gun, I already showed you my snipers and to show you guys like how slow they pull up compared to every other gun in the game. The only thing to show you guys is this one, maybe, for extra. And this is how you want to build the PU-21. I call it the PU-21. But if you guys want to do the PU-21, this is how you should be building it, which is recoil springs, ported compensator, fast mag 1, quick draw grip, and light stock. Because you do want the quick draw to be a little bit more. But you can also commando grip this if you guys want, which I'm probably going to do, because you want to have that good sprint fire time and stuff like that. So there we go. Boom. Okay. That's the setup you guys want with that. The Strider 22 here, I guess this is my troll gun. Yes, it is. Pretty much... Wait, actually, is it my troll one? I built regular and a troll. Okay, so this is my multiplayer build. This is my troll. The troll has a sight on it. It's also my zombies build, which could be used. And then you have the ranked version of it that I set a ranked version up just to be a troll, which is my real troll weapon. And then my multiplayer build, which is this one. Because I'll show you how I built it. I wanted recoil control. I wanted to be able to shoot faster, wanted ADS faster, while also ADSing faster after running. Extended mag 2 for the ammo pool, and reinforced barrel for the bullet velocity and damage range. Okay, that's basically how I'm almost done every one of my pistols. And to show you that, GS45, MP, and we go here. We get extended mag 1, we get the commando grip, we get rapid fire, we get reinforced barrel, and we get a suppressor this time instead of the ported, because again, I wanted to keep this look. Okay, it looks good, but you guys can use the other thing if you guys have trouble like controlling the recoil on this one, but it's actually pretty okay. Grekova. If you guys are looking for two good builds, I have my zombies build, which is the one you usually see me run. This one. And it's that one. My bad. I don't know why that skipped my brain for a second. Which is going to give you overpressured. So again, we get faster bullet velocity. We're gaining extended mag, but you actually could change this. Instead of bullet velocity, you can use recoil springs to help with the recoil. I'm probably going to keep it on recoil springs. Long barrel for damage range, for the fact of this one doesn't really do too much damage range or bullet velocity on each. So that's why it's staying long barrel instead of the other. Extended mag 2 for, again, the ammo capacity. Suppressor, again, just because of that. But if you guys really want to, you can go with the ported just to make sure your recoil is completely overall. But I'm just keeping the look of the weapon. And again, this is a zombies weapon. That's also another reason why I think This one was there, overpressured for bullet velocity, which technically should have been this if I was doing that. So FMJ, because my zombies build. If you guys don't care about having iron sights, this is going to be your actual build you want on this for recoil control. So the commando grip, extended mag 2, reinforced barrel is actually probably going to actually be something more like this, maybe for bullet. No, we're not going to worry about bullet velocity. If we do it, it's probably going to be the long barrel for the damage range. Yeah, we're going to go long barrel. It's going to be long barrel and then ported compensator, recoil springs, to get that nice little recoil, nice and controllable. And this actually looks like that would be okay inside of an iron sight too, let's be honest. And then the 9mm PM, I have my troll build, which is the one that has the really long thing with the scope on it. This major gift, as you guys seen, like this here, is my troll build. You've seen that in my troll originally start up. Then we have this one, which is my zombies build. Again, what has a suppressor and a sight on it. And then the multiplayer build, which again is going to look like recoil control, rapid fire, commando grip, extended mag 2, and we got damage range and bullet velocity here, because instead of going just damage range or bullet velocity, it has literally the same thing, 2-2, just on one barrel, so technically it's combining these two together, right? Which is how the pistol should have been on the other 2-2, but it wasn't. Being weird. But yeah, that's how that usually goes. I need to set up the class again to be in a troll class, because this is my troll class, so let's actually do 9mm, the major's gift, and we're going to do this as another weapon. Marksmans are somewhat easy to build for multiplayer, because the marksmans usually could be pretty okay. Okay, I'd show you, like, this is what you want to run with the SWAT. Okay, this is going to be what you want to kind of run with the Sarkov. Actually, hold on. Let me check something, because I know the snipers do this. Does the marksmans do it? Good, it doesn't. So yeah, that's what you want on the Sarkov, because if it did, I was like, fuck it, I'll change the sight. But no, we're good. The AK, there's actually two versions of this weapon you can use for multiplayer. And the reason I'm saying that is because on the top of the ported and all of this, you can actually change out this sight to being the let's see. The balance stock or the light stock. Either one you guys want to use. I'm probably going to use this one for the faster movement, but you can use that. But if you're bad with aim, you can, however, switch this to being the Kepler Microflex or anything like that. It is a 3-round burst weapon, so I'm actually probably going to be running it with the... That gives me a lot of mobility. So does this. Aim, walk, and move. I'm going to do that just because it gives me movement speed while I'm also aiming. That's going to be how I run it for my multiplayer build. You guys copy me if you want to or not. The DM10, I built the multiplayer build, which is this one. Okay. And it is the ported compensator, recoil springs, commando grip, and again a red dot sight here. So you guys can get better aim if you guys want it. You can, however, remove this, and it's going to make it this this sight. Actually, to be honest, you could also run irons if you guys want to, if you're running around with it. But if it was up to me, I would probably throw on a light stock or the balance stock again for the movement speed if you guys are going to be doing that. But I threw this optic on, and it's the other one, the Ortego red dot, this, because it's a red dot. But you could use this and run around with this build, so that way you don't have anything, right, showing up like glint-wise and all that. Now let's go over the one key thing I was telling you guys about, like this changes on snipers that I pointed out a second ago, and that is going to be, we can use any sniper here. I'll use QS right quick. And this is where we were going over sniper glint, and they stupidly made a red dot have medium sniper glint. Think that. Like, even one of these, hold on. Where is it? Did they change it? No, that's large still. Large. They might have changed it. A red dot is large, by the way, guys, on that. But all of these, medium, and then this is the only one that has none. A red dot, to me, should give off low. Anything like a 3 or 4 times or higher should be medium. And then anything like an actual sniper scope, which is not an ACOG, by the way, like this, okay, should be large. And then anything like thermal should be extra large. But actually, you know what? This thermal, there's no sniper glint. Hold the phone, because look, large, none. Customize, we're going to go here. I don't think I've done any multiplayer or zombies with this scope, sadly. And I have not done too much Warzone, because 0, 30. So I've done more multiplayer with this scope than I have zombies. But anyone notice, like, the dot, hold on, like, this dot here does not change? That's a red dot. That's a red dot. That's a red dot. And to show you, it's the red, like, literally. That is absolutely weird. It weirds me out. I wonder, will that actually show up in-game correctly or not? I know it's not going to show up in the firing range, but for me to be able to have a scope on this that is basically a red dot and a thermal and have no glint makes me happy. Because I would have actually preferred of doing something like, I don't know, the Kepler here, making it feel like a scope and having none or low, and I would have been fine. But that is just weird. Alongside, like, look, the Kepler red dot to a K and S, which gives me aim down sight speed, actually, pretty well, but it's a large freaking, glint. Actually, what does this give? So it actually removes ADS speed. Hold up. So the Kepler actually gives me aim down sight speed a little bit. And that's what I was actually been using. But the downside is it's very slow for ADS speed. Because that's what I was using a second ago when I was quick scoping the freaking targets. So for me to change that out and do that and remove some of the speed already slows it down even more. Yikes. Yeah, I'm not going to be taking that off because it needs ADS speed massively. But yeah, that's oof. Massively oof. But this is what I run, guys, and I'll actually give you a hint behind all of my loadies. Especially like if you look at this one, it's exactly the same except for Gunfighter should be Perk Greed. And this should actually be Ninja. Okay? Because Ghost, okay, what that does is undetectable by Scout Pulse and UAV when moving. So long as I stay moving, I'm undetected. Okay? Shadow. Reason I run it. Reduce score cost for non-score streak stacks or bankroll. And, oh, actually. My bad. I was reading the other thing. Shadow. Undetectable to enemy traps and mines. Combat specialist is strategist, but undetectable to enemy traps and mines. So I can walk through claymores. I can walk through bouncing betties. Not set them off, okay? Undetected by it. Next one, cold-blooded. Okay, I love this because undetectable by AI targeting and thermal optics. So I don't show up to thermals. And your gunship in the air that you don't control, that flies around and shoots automatically, does not see me. Your sentry gun on the map you place does not see me. Okay, that's why I'm running that. Next, Ninja. The reason I run Ninja Okay, if I scroll down here, ninja is for one awesome reason. Move more quietly. So it's harder to hear my footsteps, right? That actually seems really freaking good compared to a lot of these other, you know, ones. Like, faster healing is fine, but I'd prefer not to be heard, right? So, UAV don't detect me, sound is less, I can walk over mines and everything, and then your kill streaks don't detect me. Like, the AI kill streaks. Because this is all the ones there for that as well. Just figured I'd show that right quick. Okay. That's why I run what I run, which also gives me, by the way, because I have 3 blue ones, also gives me the specialty of recon. Enemies can be seen through walls for a short time after respawn, so I can actually come into a TDM game mode, get killed, and if you're trying to spawn trap me, I see where you're at, and I have a chance to try to pre-fire you, or if I can see you continuously move, try to pre-fire in the direction you're moving, right? Or I can see where you're trying to go to, so I can wait for you to get there, and then pre-fire you, okay? Is there, so I do have this build for that reason. And then, again, you know, the debt collector, and this, and then my good old chain blade, which, by the way, is... Good job, Black Ops. This is not the chain blade. This is the Barrett 50 cal upside down. Let's click in here. And again, like, why am I seeing the... There's one Barrett. Even though technically this is supposed to be the XM4. Hello? Game? Hey, let's do that. It's still the Barrett. That's actually very ridiculous. 2 Barretts. And then my pistol. Somehow, this has become this pistol. This has become the Barrett. And my knife has become a Barrett. Seriously. How? God, man. You just can't make it there. I have to do it this way for you guys. It has this camo, okay? And to show you I have done them pretty well for camo-wise, we quickly go to here and just click on this, right? And go to zombies. I did unlock it. You can see it's not locked. But if I hover over this, you can see it says unlock afterlife on 33 weapons. Check marked. Get 10 elite zombie eliminations with the knife. Is all I have to do to get this on the knife, right? But to let you know how many weapons I have done, and I do have a file on it, I've done every assault rifle, every SMG, every shotgun, every LMG, I believe, right? Yeah, because that one's done, this one's done, and that one's done. Alright, so yeah, every LMG, I've done the SWAT 5.56, the AK, and the DM-10. Only one I haven't done is the Sarkov here, because the sarcophagus after Pack-a-Punch is what that turns into. I've only gotten, I think, like between 1 to 12 Mangler kills on it, so I still have to get Diamond, and then after Diamond, I can then shoot for the 10 kills without, well, not 10, 20 kills without getting hit 10 times, right? I've done every sniper, so if I quickly do this, you guys can see it's done. SVD is done. The LR is done, and the AMR mod 4 is done. Okay, I've done all 4 of the snipers. Okay, and I've done every pistol. So again, I showed you the MP. That one's done. This one is done. This one is done. This one. You showed it a second ago, game. If I do this, it's wanting to gray out. Alright, is there a way I can... Okay, there we go. Is done. Okay, launchers, I have not done these. Any of them. I haven't even got diamond on this, only just went to gold. Special, yes, seen. Is done. Okay. If we go through the melees. The knife is done. Okay? The baseball bat is not. I haven't even done gold on this yet. Hence why it's not gold, it's not diamond, it's not anything forward. And the power drill, I've only done gold. So I think I need to do still 30 manglers on the power drill. And then I have to go over and do the 20 hits without getting hit. Well, not hits, 20 kills without getting hit 10 times. Alright, which is why I haven't done the baseball bat or the power drill. I've just done the cleaver and the knife. And to show you the cleaver is done. Boy, if you ain't gonna show it, I'm gonna have to force it. So we do this, zombies. There. You guys can see it's check marked. It is there. If I back up, it is here, okay? Because you don't want to show it. I'm gonna have to force you to show it. And the knife again, if we go to the chain blade, you can see it hasn't even appeared. Do this. It is done, okay? You can see it's there. If I do this, you can see zombies. It's not locked. I can click off. You can see it's not locked. I can click back on, okay? It is done. Just figured I'd quickly show that. So if I want to go for Nebula, I can. But yeah, this stream was mainly for spectating our teammates, to show you the kind of teammates I get placed with, and for everyone out there who is really good at Call of Duty, who literally sets back at things like, what the fuck is this team? You now know you're not alone, because it happens to every good player. And that's another reason I can tell you guys in the future, if not, or so, if you're playing against the enemy team, there's no legit way you can trash talk anyone in this game. No legit way. EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking, works during the game. So maybe when their gun shot and killed people in 4 bullets, now takes 8. That sniper that's supposed to kill in 1 now gets a fucking hit marker, right? That's literally as you play. And there are worse clips of this where I'm just saying, like, used to take 4, now it takes 8. You can literally look it up. Blame Truth actually showed this as well. So if you go look up Blame Truth, the Codfather, which this content is kind of somewhat going off of. So I got to say thank Blame Truth for doing this content, and then me for literally speaking after the fact to actually confirm it. But pretty much, there is also skill-based matchmaking, SBMM, okay, which takes place before you get into a match. So if the game feels you're doing really good, it's going to try to throw you in a really crappy match. That's what SBMM is, and that takes place before you even matchmake. This is like as soon as you click search for a match, during that time when it's like 50 ping, 58 ping, 60 ping, and doing all that, that's literally taking in multiple things, not only your skill level, but it's taking in your connectivity to the match and so many other things. There's like a pie chart with like I think 6 to 8 different things it takes in. But one thing it tries to pull out is the skill level, which technically doesn't give you skill level, it reduces it. Because it throws you in the match where your team are all literally don't know what the fuck's going on, and you're the only one it does. Okay? That's what SBMM is. And then EOMM, again, also, I'm reiterating this because when I'm talking about it to Dota, who happens to be so dumb he doesn't understand what it is, and he's always fucking high, so he, I guess, like, doesn't really learn things in life, let's be honest. But pretty much, he was talking about he can leave a game and come back and still drop a lot of kills. Everyone can do that. Because on top of the tuning of EOMM and SBMM in the game, when you leave the game for a long time, it's saying, oh, this dude had a bad experience. So when you're gone for a while, of course, it wants to try to retain you. It wants to try to keep you. So even if you're a bad player, it makes you feel like you're playing good. So of course you're going to drop a lot of kills. It may even take less bullets to do so. A gun, it usually takes 4. You might be killing in 2. just because it wants you to feel good. It's trying to get that adrenaline rush out of you. So when you're gone for a while and you come back, it wants you to come back. So being able to say, I could drop the game, feel completely fresh and new to it again, and still do good right now means absolutely nothing. It's been this way since COD Modern Warfare 2019. All the way back to that point is how long this system has been in place. At least till then. That's when it's 100% noticeably noticeable. Is how far back. So yes, I can call Dota out on that. Second thing, Dota. To let you know, and this is going to be flipping something back to you, brother, is you were talking about you can tell someone's intelligence by how they respond to someone. All right. So when you tell someone they are going to lose, having to put it in their emphasis twice, already cuts off the English dictionary because technically you should just say you'd lose, end of story, right? Already tells me you dropped out, and then now you're speaking like the kid slang that I've literally done diss songs on. Literally pretending to be Eminem, yes, but again in the song I say Eminem's flow, Eminem's instru. I'm not really ripping credit or credibility from myself or the credit from another artist, meaning I'm letting the whole thing pertain to say I am not the creator, unlike you are doing, okay? You are actually taking Knox Hill content, combining it into another artist, or should we say YouTuber, okay? Combining it, Knox Hill, bar breakdowns, that's what his stuff is mainly biased off of, atop of also making music. Then you have No Life Shaq on YouTube, who does reactions, who does it to Eminem or other rappers. He reacts to their music coming out, new and old content. You've taken that and smushed it together. And then after I called you out on it, and I do mean after, you started, and this is in comments, after I started calling you out on it in comments, not when I joined your stream and tried to talk to you about it, and also like watch you have a 1v1 with one of my friends I've gained, right? But again, now you're allowing people to send in links to go to stuff like country or other genres. And the funny thing is, you're trying to do that to twist to say you're not copying someone, but I bet you if you literally just look up like country reaction videos or other content creators reaction stuff, you're literally just taking all their content and combining it. You're not actually making nothing new. You're just repeating them, and then you're trying to gain a profit off of literally copying other artists' work and styles. And then your rebuttal to that, and this is where I'm going to outsmart you a little bit there, Dota. Your rebuttal is, can a linebacker from football copy another linebacker, which is in football? No, they cannot. Yes, they play the same role, but you got to think they're playing a role. Okay, they're not being like, oh, that dude seems cool, I'm copying that. No. Sports teams is different than a rapper. Okay? Sports teams recruit for a position, quarterback, linebacker, um, all your different positions in sports. Even outside of football, if we went to soccer, we went to hockey, or any other sport area, they recruit for positions. So a player has to practice or be in said position or learning how to do said position to be able to go to a sports team in the future for college and for other areas like that to be recruited. That's different than what you're doing as a person doing music and content on YouTube. As a content creator, everyone who does COD videos, I am basically copying. So you have to try to find a way to make that your style. So, for instance, yes, I'm copying other people when I do breakdowns of EOMM and this other stuff. And then I've seen no one spectate teammates on S&D. So that's actually interjecting in a new style of content compared to if I was to say I went to Warzone and spectated random players, then we all know that's Tim the Tap Man. Okay? If I went over and done other stuff from Call of Duty, we know that's other stuff. I do have area to create my own things, but I do have area where I'm just doing content, and I do this for fun. I do it to give you guys something to watch, right? Compared to you, Dota, you're actually creating every bit of your content to try to gain off of it. On top of donations, on top of music to get signed, because you're trying to make it to a label, or trying to make it like other artists have that have not been through a label, but being as known as a labeled artist would be. Um, and you're actually just ripping shit. For instance, now you're actually putting Power Rangers in your fucking picture. Your video thumbnail. It always says Power Ranger. With like the thing that the morpher in it, right? Saying Power Ranger. You're doing love music like someone I've dissed in the past has done, who changed to love music after I've dissed them. JT Green Music. Okay? So you literally just became a knockoff JT at that point. When you done your cooking video and you wanted to say on live stream, right? Oh, I was just making something for my kids in the background. No. You are literally doing a cooking video. You literally labeled it cooking. And then after labeling it cooking, you went over a thing of here's how I'm going to make this object. Gordon Ramsay, my dude. You were a knockoff Gordon Ramsay at that point. Um, let's keep going forward here while we're actually doing this. Okay, so you already copied Gordon Ramsay. You've copied No Life Shack. You've copied Knox Hill. That's already 3 people. Who have I copied? Eminem. Eminem's beat. Or Instru. Which I actually give credit to, is you've not done those 3 artists, right? On their content style, you have not given any credibility towards them. On your video, hey, this is this dude's content, I'm copying it. You haven't done that. You're literally stripping it from them and using it to get paid for it. But I've made nothing for doing Eminem remakes. It's actually kind of funny. And also, if you go to my videos, I actually say I'm using his flow and his instrumental. So technically, I'm copying 2 things, and you're doing 3 so far. That's actually 1 more than I am, but there's more. Okay? You have taken beats from other artists. So again, if we're going to say copying instrumentals, you have, because you used a beat from a specific group that Knox Hill replied to you on that I said you copied. I was wrong on that. I will say, I'll go back and be a man and say, yes, I was wrong. I didn't do enough research. But you literally ripped their instru. So now you're, 4 in? I'm 2 in. So now you're doing 50% more than I am on copying shit. Not to mention, you literally copied the flow. You just kind of sped it up or slowed it down. Still their flow, right? Because you're still trying to mimic it to lay it on the beat as they did. Okay? That's 5-2. As in, you're copying 5, I'm copying 2. Okay, when it comes to that content. And if you notice, I'm not using my music channel to gain views for gaming, and I'm not using gaming to gain views to my music channel. But let's go over something else. Algorithm of YouTube. People with more views also have more subs. Because the higher your sub count is, the more times you are pasted onto random people's pages, or even people who's already looked at you, and subbed, to be put on their front wall. Whenever you click on YouTube and you open up YouTube on your phone or using a smart TV, that page it pops up that you scroll through called the home page, More subs you have, the more often you pop up in that. My music channel right now, super low. I didn't bring my gaming channel over to it. I literally started out, waited for a really long time, months upon months, before I even gave my gaming channel a link to my music one, right? And even then, my gaming channel's kind of been falling off because I took a really long time mourning the death of my mom, mourning the death of my grandfather. So I took time off for both of those. A really long time off for both of those. And it's detrimental to a streamer when he takes a long time off, because when you're not making content and you're not staying on a constant roll and upholding this, like if you're a daily streamer and you don't stream daily, you lose subs, you lose views, your content goes down. So I have to rework on building every bit of that. And then even then, I don't stream all the time now. So again, also, that's going to remove from the people who want to come watch my content. It's called being on a grind. I've completely slowed down my grind, which is why I'm also not gaining higher into my subscriber count, my view duration, every bit of that. If you go back when I played Ark Survival Evolved for a whole year, I jumped from like 20 subs to 500 or more in a really short period because I constantly stayed on the time schedule. I streamed every day. If not every day, it was every 2 days. I had content out, something I am not doing now. But back to the whole algorithm, my 150 subscriber channel barely is going to get any views. So for me to be able to drop more views than I have subs, even though they might not all give likes in my videos, for me to gain more views than I've got subs means something compared to someone who gets less views than they have subs. It's actually very ironic and funny because you're going to talk about how smart you are, how dumb I am, but you have 7,000 plus subscribers. And in 3 months, you only get 150 to 200 views. Compared to me, where I only have 150 subscribers, in 3 months, yes, I only get 100 and something views, if not 200, but I have videos out there that's hit 4,000 views with less subscribers than you have, Dota. That's going to be people returning and people new. That is cycling through my videos when I do music. And the funny thing is, all my remakes, a lot of times they don't get likes, is because they are remakes. I bet you if I took the same lyrics I took on every one of my videos, especially the ones with 6 syllables, something you have yet to do in your music, even though, let's take a side course here, guys. Your album is also copying an app name. I'm not joking. And it came out after the app. It's actually quite funny. Your album name is Brevity. Look up Brevity on your phone, people that come in here. It is an app that rates your IQ level, your intelligence, by how many syllables you use per word, / multiple ways you can reiterate a different sentence to mean the same thing. Okay? It's looking at your comprehension. Notice I said comprehension instead of knowledge. That already takes the IQ up for me than what Dota has. On top of that, like if you go back and listen to my music, I've dropped something Eminem has failed to do. His highest is trios when it comes to, saying a word, it meaning 3 things. Trio, 3 things. Okay? I've dropped 4. Think of it. I've dropped Draco. Drake, the rapper. Drake, as in the dragon. Drake, O, as in the AK. And, well, you guys already know the other one. but pretty much I've dropped stuff that drops 4. Something you have yet to do. On top of that, I've dropped so many different ways to rephrase every different thing, even if it's not like one word means multiple things. I've rephrased so much shit, right? Another thing I rephrased, well, not rephrased, I'll say like it's going one way than another, is, ether, right? Gas, okay? Or ether as in, you know, another realm, okay? Ether as in multiple, okay? Like either way, ether, either, both pronounced and spelt differently, but sound the same. I've literally dropped that. Like, you don't want me to say it in either way, but I also spit ether way because of the fact of, like, you know, I'm being able to flip shit. I've done that a lot more through my tracks than you have. On top of that, I quoted stuff in the past. I've done all different types of history stuff. I try to tend to stay away from that because, again, you're supposed to know history to not repeat it. But at the same time, we know history and it has repeated multiple fucking times. So what have we actually learned from it? It is the best question there. But let's digress and go back a little bit. You take a couple steps back, okay? I put more knowledge into my music on top of spelling, okay? And not just the original way of spelling, okay? As in, you know, being able to do, like, I don't know, CHAINBLADE, like I did here for the Call of Duty knife, right? Being in that sentence. But I've done spelling where I've said multiple lines in the beginning letter of each line spells. That's already twisting and using brain power you have yet to comprehend. I've done this through multiple tracks. Even the old me used to do this a lot. I took it out and literally in like a multi-line beginning spelt shit out. Showing a little bit more cognitive function behind what I do in music. I put more heart into my music. So not only am I copying Eminem when it comes to like that stuff, but I'm also making it my own by trying to elevate an audience to become smarter, teach them shit, be able to do stuff that even other artists have yet to strive to do, as in quads. Okay, when it comes to like when you say one word, it means multiple things. Um, and trying to strive if there's a way to pass that or everything else in the future. I've literally put more brain power behind my shit. Yes, I have music that isn't brain powered, as in the one you tried to show off and stream that literally is just a troll. Like literally a troll. When I say just like my ginger ass, because I'm redheaded, I'm pointing out I'm a red-haired individual, okay? When I get sunburnt, because again, if you're a ginger, you're very fucking white, and you're very able to get sunburnt, even on a fucking overcasty, cloudy day. I get fucking sunburnt, right? But also saying, like, I still go to the bath, barely turning any cold water on, meaning, like, maybe I just turn it one half tick, and then the rest is hot water, right? You can see steam coming off the fucking shower. I'm painting this as an image also in this song, which actually utilizes a little bit of imagery, right? Down from my head to my toes, even the water still hitting my toes is hot as fuck. And I'm taking the shower inside of this while sunburnt. I'd rather feel the burn. Literally is my thing. I'd rather feel the burn. Literally saying tasty. Like, that feels good also at the same time, right? Like Dota, don't even. I've been trolling so hard and making better content than you could ever think to make on a troll. compared to literally 3 tracks where I actually took a little bit of an aim at you, because it's only the last half of the songs I made that literally poke at everything you're copying. And yeah, I can point this out because not only did you want to agree with someone in your sub saying, oh, he's trying to be another Eminem, he can't make his own content, and then fells slash blind enough, or maybe you just paid him off, right? Because he's a stream moderator. Maybe you didn't hand him money, but you paid him like, hush, hush, here, stream mod, right? To make them feel good about themselves and empowered to something, right? To agree with him. And to agree with you because they failed to see 4 to 5 things you actually have copied. Not to mention, like I said, you copied flows. If we go back, you can actually take your old God flow and combine like 4 different actual mainstream artists. You've copied them, just combine them in to try to make your flow, which technically is infringing off of 4 different artists to make your own, is kind of funny. So it's already a no-go. And then secondhand, go look at Caterpillar on YouTube from Eminem and Royce the 5'9", and then go back and look at one of your videos. Literally, it's fucking Caterpillar, basically. I won't say it's down to every little detail, but on top of the outfits dressed in, the way you're trying to somewhat flow, and the black and white grain, bro, literally Caterpillar. I mean, you could at least do your own content nobody's done, write your own rap music, play Call of Duty Search and Destroy, and, well, I mean, I kind of already done this. Actually, you'd be copying me if you done it, but play Search and Destroy and put your music to it, right? Or go around saying, hey, I'm a rapper on Call of Duty, right? Which I have not seen any content for this, but I mean, I will have to go look it up to see if there is. And freestyle for people randomly to get their, oh my god, that's good, or you're trash at music. I have yet to see someone do that through multiple games. Not just Call of Duty. You can go to like the Rainbow Six Siege and do this. You can do this in any other shooter you want to play or any other game that is online and make content for that. And that would be somewhat a little different than what everyone else is doing. Apart from they can say where you put your own you put music on top of like a video, which is what other people do anyways. But most people doing that are streaming, and that's requests. You're doing it by actually live streaming. You do a freestyle, right? Or live streaming you perform one of your songs while playing, right? Which is different content than what anyone else has done. Now, I mean, I sat here and already told you what you could do, which means I've came up with it. It's my content now. But you can still do it. And you know what? If you're the first to do it, which, by the way, you won't be because I have done it in the past, you can go to my music channel, scroll down, you'll see where I'm playing Call of Duty. So dude throws a freestyle, and then I perform a song of mine. And this is like the cringy me who done it, but I performed a song of mine. So, technically, I played Call of Duty and performed for people. Newsflash, none of them called me ass. Even for the cringy me. You talk about how you got your name on the street, but the funny thing is you have no proof to back that up. I got my name, I have proof. I have a video that's literally on my Facebook wall in social media of me rapping with people fucking chanting it in the fucking background. Of me in school when I was super fucking fat and cringy, not really knowing 100% everything down to rap, and people chanting the name I mainly use. And my original name was changed because I adopted it. My original name actually for music was Cobra Productions because I actually loved reptiles, snakes, and that fact. So Cobra is a type of snake, and then Productions because I'm producing music. of my own. I produce my own when it came out to that point. But that was on the Booth Rap Studio, a phone app, okay, where I've had people come on and I've featured with, and we called it collaborations. And technically, when you collab with someone, it's still a collaboration, okay? I can literally sit down and talk to that, and I don't have to look up at the fucking ceiling to try to find it in my head to say it. I don't have to look up at the ceiling and then look at the floor knowing my fucking dick is tucked to speak to you. Okay? That's kind of sad, Dota. Very fucking sad. This whole conversation I've been staring at my, except for when I said looking up at in the floor, right? As in up at the ceiling, down at the floor, right? I actually looked there when I said it, so that way I could actually mimic you doing so while I was speaking. But every other thing I've talked about, I've been staring at my screen, okay, as if it's the camera to you guys or your fucking eyes. So don't sit there and pretend you're smarter than me, Dota. The syllables we have are so estranged apart from each other because I can come up with words that have more syllables than you do. It's okay. Keep going to the Brevity app and get that IQ higher. And don't sit here and argue with me, man, because honestly, anyone that sat there that's not one of your stream moderators, okay, is laughing at you. On top of that, anything you tried to rebuttal to me, you took out that whole rebuttal when you allow someone to ban me off your stream. Because when they ban me off stream, I can't reply back. Okay? Which already should have lost them controls to that. And the funny thing is, yes, you have deleted stuff in the past. I had a fan of mine that posted in one of your older videos, way before the one that they started posting in now, but it's kind of funny. That got hidden. The comment is not there. You removed it. So, of course, when another one of my fans come in and go, when you remove my comment again, blah, blah, because you have done it in the past, challenge you on it, that's the only reason you left it in. And then you and only one other person, one other, tried to argue with somebody actually making very coherent sense, and then one of those people happened to be someone fucking stupid. Because when the dude put out in a sentence and proper punctuation, Dota is doing this, comma, this, comma, this, comma, actually makes a lot of fucking sense instead of the jumbled garbledygook that you spew where you have no periods, no commas. Where the fuck am I supposed to actually stop at and breathe or even in the sentence at? Like, unless you're reading it and you know yourself where you're fucking supposed to stop. Yours is just a run-on sentence. If we went back, and I do mean back, to school, and we went into English literature, okay, or anywhere you're at, literature, they teach you how to punctuate sentences. And you have no retention to retain any of it. You slept through school. You smoke every day. Tell me, where are your actual brain cells? Because I can tell you, the smoke, you've been inhaling all of it, is more there than your IQ. And how many actual, like, larger words or other words have I used in place of other words without needing a fucking dictionary, brother, to literally speak to you? Not to mention, I broke down what IQ stands for in my music. Intelligence quotient. Now, if we was to take that back, quotient means speak, so quote means speak, but also at the same time, quota, right, is how much. So an IQ is how much can you actually speak or retain of knowledge than someone else has, right, or what you have. And that already tells me, because I can quote that very well without having to Google it, that it's kind of funny. And then the funny thing is, it's actually a little bit I can speak about that you're like, what is this funny stuff? I don't know what the fuck it means. What the fuck is that? That everyone in gaming knows what it is. You just happen to be fell out of the loop so far and so fucked that you don't even understand it. And for the stream, this is very easy. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is. And it's going to make you guys laugh, okay? Stream sniping. Everyone coming in, how old is those two words, stream sniping, combined in one sentence structure, okay, which has a meaning behind it, okay? How long has that been out and used on the internet? And Dota, you're how old? Because I believe you're actually a little older than I am, but let's also be honest. That's been out there. You're a gamer. Okay, you're not a streamer, but you're a gamer. And I'm pretty sure you do watch YouTube, which means if you watch Call of Duty YouTube, which I'm pretty sure you do because you play Call of Duty, okay? Because people who play Call of Duty watch it. Might not be always the same content as other people, but they do. Okay, I'm pretty sure your creator at any point, if he's done live streams, has used stream snipe in a sentence and has pertained to how it is done. Now, for kids that are new to the gaming era, I will tell you guys what stream sniping is, but for someone like Dota that should have already known, already tells me he's not all there. Okay? But stream sniping is when someone gains knowledge of where you are in a video game while playing against you, is setting in your live stream, you know, the video you're currently making, Dota, the thing I sit down and watched and semi made fun of you in, right? Watches you, but on gaming, like I'm gaming here. Like if I was to walk over here and hide here, and you were over here, right next to the ghost perk here, and I'm up here at this little stand, and you know the path goes here, it goes over here, or it goes down here and up to me. And you know I'm watching, we'll say the path that goes up to the fucking XM4 here, right? And you know that because you're looking at my stream. So you choose to push through perk greed down to the bottom of the screen, up, and then you shoot me, right? Gaining knowledge of where I am without having any actual game sense, you're using my stream to do it. That is what stream sniping is, mate. Everyone under the sun knows what stream sniping is. So that already told me how fucking stupid and diluted to knowledge you are on something that's been thrown around for years upon years upon years. I'm pretty sure stream sniping was a thing since like 2001, Dota. 2001. Think of that for a second. What is the date today, Dota? You don't have to say the month and the day. Just the fucking year. How many years has gone by? Okay? Think of that for a second. Yeah, you're dumb. Okay? Don't argue against me with Call of Duty stuff. Don't argue against me with shit on the mic. Don't call me retarded, because we already know you're well below me on comprehension level. Okay? Here, let me tone that down a little bit, Dota, on how smart you are, okay? The words that you use are way lower than mine. The way I write, even though people don't like it because it's a remake, is already 4 times better than yours because, again, larger words. I can do imagery. I can actually flip what I'm saying also as well. So, like, your best flip that everyone goes back to when you versed Rin is kind of funny because at the same time, your wordplay there was really bad to paint an image because you're like, oh, that's actually a triple now because I meant it this way or this way. But the funny thing is, you only said that because I called you out on it because it was dumb as fuck. And it was about a well, as in New England, well, the mammal, well, New England, country, right? But again, Wells, as in that, Wells the mammal. And then you literally brought up Gill, which is Rin's last name. Gill, as in what fish breathe from. Okay? Trying to hope to set up, I hope Rin can breathe underwater. But the funny thing is, we go back in imagery to set everything up. Your other double literally was, well, a thing that swims under the water, yes, but doesn't breathe under it. It comes up to breathe above the surface. It has to breach the top layer of water in order to breathe, to inhale oxygen, and then dive back down, right? Which is the same thing humans do. So when you painted that imagery of Rin basically choking underwater is also now trying to say whales can breathe underwater. Okay? That image does not work. You're a dumbass. At least when I use it, when I set doubles up, I don't say like whales can breathe underwater and humans can't. At least when I'm bringing that imagery up, at least when I bring that up, I am going to say just like a whale is going to suffocate, as in cannot breathe, underwater, so are you if we tie you both down there. Okay, that's how my brain works, brother. Is I'm going to set everything up at least to follow a chronological order and have some meaning behind it that isn't going to contradict itself. There, I had to make sure I found a better way to word it, so I'm not using intelligence too much. So, yes, Dota. And how someone can reply to you can show someone's actual intelligence, but also at the same time, when someone replies to you, it also shows how counterintuitive it can be. Damn, how many large words am I going to use today? No dictionary, no paper. If I hit around me, nothing. Okay? And to also prove that, when I hit here, here's my mouse. Okay? Nothing. No paper. I don't need to look the shit up. I don't need to write it down first. Please do not play with me, Dota. Please do not come over here and start a beef that only your stream moderators will side with you on. Don't. And then to bring this funny, it's actually quite unbelievable when multiple accounts use different ways to word or have a smarter way to word things than you do, that you think they all are the same person. Literally, you literally came to me, and I literally sat here on stream talking about it, saying I didn't. I even commented back to you saying, like, it's kind of funny you think I'm on multiple accounts, because I'm not. And you still sit there and goes, okay, if you're on multiple accounts. Like, what? 4, 5, if not more people can agree with what one person has to say? That's against you? Has to be multiple accounts under one person? Oh my lord, brother. One, who the fuck, okay, is going to want to do that to someone as irrelevant as you are. One, again, 7K subs, only 200 fucking views in 3 months. Bro, if you were relevant, first of all, your 7K subs would be having 7,000 views. Because not only top of people coming back to view you, you're posted on multiple other channels as well, meaning people that go and review you or doing this to that to try to get you more views. You're still only setting it to fucking 100. Think of that. And then the funny thing is, to let you know your relevancy is so low, because any channel that brings up a relevant person, like if I was to say, like, Eminem got challenged, would get a lot of fucking views. Okay? If I was to say, I don't know, Knox Hill was challenged in Modern Warfare 3, would actually get views. But when I do literally a stream named a person challenged and then your name, King Dota, to a Call of Duty game, gets zero, absolutely zero, is kind of funny. Because you gotta know, if something like that happens and you actually had fans that actually really cared about you, would actually be clicking in to see, like, is this real or not? No one, Dota, no one at your name came clicking in. Even this video without your name at least has one. And I've been sitting here for an hour or so, fucking speaking without needing to actually play the game. And it's at least had one. And the funny thing is, if I click... Oh, it's going to... Hold on. It's connected to my headset. Unconnect from my headset. And to show you this, let's click a video.
A massive bear eyes a large piece of meat.
Okay, just for a quickie. I'm not in my own stream, Dota. Which means any comment I get, I'm not going to do that unless it comes through to my headset. Through text-to-speech, right? And for me to get it for you without having to be in my own stream, and without your name, is kind of funny, when I could put your name in it and get none. I bet you I could put Beats Challenged Red Shady in the video title and get one view more than I got for Beats Challenged King Dota, because that would get none. Good day, Dota. Good night. Rest in peace, brother. You're only loved by stream moderators and no one else, but it's okay. Because one of the other people that actually, I guess, kisses your nuts down below is, well, someone just as stupid as you are, and no one with an actual brain. So I'm actually kind of glad that, you know, there is a few thousand people out there that will be there to help your ego a little bit. But as time will grow, as time will show as well, I will continue to grow on YouTube. And people actually start using their brain a bit more often. And those who actually have a brain will listen to my content. Both YouTube, for my gaming channel, and YouTube, for my music one. Also, Dota, if you go back, I've had people comment that I've mastered Eminem's flow. I've had people literally saying thanks, Shady, as if they actually think I'm Eminem. So if you listen to the real songs and compare it to one of yours, it's 40 times better, Dota, compared to one of my troll ones. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. I know you clicked my most recent one, and you didn't click your most recent one, Mr. Loverboy. But always, anyways, till next time, guys, I love you. Stay awesome. Stay in school. Don't be a Dota. Stay smart. and peace.